Chalo, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Tell us more about this trip of yours.
The trip to Italy with the... Sorry.
Where was this trip?
What?
Where the 4 Italian men...
What? I don't know.
With
What
the...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey man, the 4 Brits. Come on.
No, I think me and my friend, we went for Venice Film Festival. जहाँ मेरी film दिखाई जा रही थी, Stolen. So we're just taking a stroll at night after ice creams and gelatos and all of that. And these 4 Italian guys are like, started hooting and shouting. और 4 लड़कियाँ वहाँ से जा रही थी, all were like Firangs, we didn't know which country till later.
Yeah.
And they were like, Mummy, and all of that, you know, everything जो सुनते हैं ना कि Italian जैसे cat calling कर रहे हैं and all that. वही चल रही थी, and those girls like really freaked out. And they came to us. We 2 Indians.
Yeah.
And they're like 4 like really well built, like, you know, Italian
were jacked?
boys. Yeah, one lambe baal, shirt khule hue. Full filmy scene. And those girls said, can you please, like, you know, walk with us? These guys are like, you know, bothering us. And we're like, okay,
Sure.
fine. Fine. मेरे दोस्त को तो believe ही नहीं होगा, तो भाई ये क्या हो रहा है? मैंने कहा चुप चलते रहे. And now like, okay, are those guys following? But they didn't follow. I think they got intimidated.
Nice.
So we'd like to hope.
कभी कभार आँखों से हो जाता है. So then we got to know them, and they're like Brit girls, and then nothing. We went to our hotels.
Together or?
अरे नहीं है.
Separate hotel यार. क्या तेरा भी दिमाग है?
प्रॉब्लम इंडियन लड़कों की यही है. हमें लगता है कि फिरंगी मिलेगी तो बस तुम्हारे साथ ही होटल जाएगी, हैं? इसलिए गोवा में जो ओवर पॉपुलेशन हो रहा है ना, इसी वजह से हो रहा है.
That is true.
Everybody came and said, "Oh, we saw foreigners on the beach."
Yeah.
They all thought that okay, they're going to party with them now.
Just have unrealistic expectations.
Yeah. That's why I like Madgaon Express. Have you seen Madgaon Express?
Yeah. I've seen clips.
उसमें वो बहुत सही है. वो they reach Goa and they're like sitting on a shack and धूप है. And there's no music also.
That's the best way.
Yeah.
I think you should go to Goa.
That's what happens. Right? Go to Goa, then what? Party थोड़ी चल रही है वहाँ पे हमेशा यार.
Yeah. मतलब वही आइडिया है ना. और बॉयज़ के लिए तो वो बॉयज़ का गोवा ट्रिप विल गो और ये करेंगे फॉरेनर, ये रशियन वो ये वो.
कुछ नहीं होता है.
Have you had a boys trip to Goa?
No, I don't think. I don't believe in boys trip to Goa. I always have girlfriends.
Don't believe in it?
I've always had.
I think the boys' trip to Goa is the stupidest concept.
Yeah, that's very boring also because
Yeah.
एक दारू पी के बीच पे पड़ा होगा and you will have to like drag him to the hotel. ये होने वाला है finally.
That is true.
Because you don't know ना यार boys में. I mean how much of a friends you guys are. You don't know कि drunk होके कैसे act करेगा. I mean,
Yeah.
You can't really know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
never
like
know.
what lengths is this guy going to go to?
Yeah.
And the thing is,
कितना गिरेगा?
excitement में कितना दारू पिएगा.
वो वाली.
हाँ, इसको तो बहुत देखा है.
वो माइक ज़रा पास करो.
अच्छा हाँ ये.
हाँ bro, मतलब even I've been thinking now, it's been a while since I've taken a holiday vacation. मैं सोच रहा हूँ should it be a boys trip? सोच रहा हूँ फैमिली के साथ जाता हूँ bro. I think it's better than a boys trip क्योंकि मैं रहता भी ये लोग के साथ हूँ तो like I need a break. I feel
You can go for a solo trip also. I think solo trips are better than boys trip. Trust me on that.
I recently did one and
And then he says it's been a while since I took a holiday.
but that wasn't like a trip. मैं काम के लिए गया था and I was alone for a while in Nepal.
अच्छा.
So I was like हाँ but वो अच्छा होता है. You think a lot about yourself and life और ये वो and then you're forced to make friends also.
Yeah. Or maybe not. Like once I went for a solo trip and I didn't make any friends. I was
Where
very
did you
loner.
go?
Germany है. Berlin. हाँ यार Berlin मेरा पहला.
First language disconnect was already there. How did you manage?
Everything disconnect was there. That was my first Euro trip.
Okay.
And I went again for a film festival. Thankfully, all the indie films make you like go to all
Travel
those
around.
So I went to Stuttgart, which is very Chandigarh of Germany. अरे मतलब वो है क्या कहते हैं यार गाड़ियाँ वाड़ियाँ हैं पैसा वैसा बहुत है. So वहाँ पे है Stuttgart में. So I couldn't make any friends.
How long were you there for?
2 days in Stuttgart and then 3 nights in Berlin. It was very sad.
Yeah, it can be sad if you don't know people over there.
And final day, when I was in the hostel, I realized that shit. I shouldn't have left the hostel because there I met friends.
Oh yes, that's what
So I
something.
realized
That's the play.
मुझे लगा यार hostel का culture भी है नहीं ना हम लोगों को. And I've never stayed in hostel for some reason. Thankfully I was only child and all that. So hostel mein raha nahi, so I don't know how to like share bunk beds and all that. So for me it was like, okay, just going, sleeping, and then traveling and looking around and all that.
Yeah.
But last day, when I didn't have anywhere to go, I sat there and I realized, oh, people actually talk to you and you can make friends like that. So,
Yeah, you stayed in hotels before the
नहीं,
hostel?
मैं पहली बार फॉरेन गया तो पैसे उतने थे नहीं भाई, तो hostel was the
That's the play, but
that's the place, yeah.
Yeah.
नहीं वही होता है क्योंकि हॉस्टल में I also have a difficult time sharing like a bunk bed or ये वो. Now hostels have like private rooms as well, but वहाँ पे common area होता है,
Yeah.
like a cafe, and usually they serve like beers and everything, so you can just sit there, chill. That's what, like we went on a trip, we realized we were staying in hotels, और hotel में भी मस्ती कर रहे थे, but then
It was just us. Like,
फिर
you're not meeting new people.
Yes.
हाँ वही तो.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're traveling
Yeah.
alone, I think it should
Best to
always
stay
be
in a
hostels.
hostel.
Yeah.
I think it's safer also
Yeah.
because there's always somebody around. So
Yes.
और hostels में I've seen like the kind of people who come and like the mixture of the people. We were sitting once और दूसरे टेबल पर बात चल रही थी. I was overhearing what they were talking about, and there was this like older dude who is this like crazy like business entrepreneur millionaire types, और वो hostel में रह रहा है.
Wow.
He's talking to like young people and he's giving them advice कि ये करो वो करो. And then someone else has come, he does like tantric healing in France, or like that group of people having a conversation was
Maybe
so,
he was a con man. Like,
Yeah.
Was he millionaire?
You
Like,
can
did
do
you
that
check,
as well,
did you
bhai.
check that.
you can just make a new personality everywhere.
Exactly.
you can be a new person in another country.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
How old was he?
This older dude,
Huh.
he was in his like 40s.
Not bad.
Yeah. But hostels you expect like young crowd, na usually.
Yeah, of
So,
course.
Right
Sahi
age
tha.
to con.
That's why I avoid hostels now.
Where else have you been?
I've been to Greece. I've been to Austria, Italy. Recently Barcelona. वहाँ तो यार लोग बातें नहीं करते हैं यार. Spanish is very important if you go to Spanish countries.
They are like communal or what? Over
Yeah,
there.
they can be little rude. They can be little rude. You know, if that's what I realized in Spain. Italy is okay. They're used to like tourists all the time. They're like your like sade hue uncle or chacha. You know, they're rude to you, but they're nice to you also.
Yeah. Like they're just like they're indifferent.
Yeah, and they're also like working, and I don't think Italians love working. उनको काम वाम करना पसंद नहीं होता तो, लेकिन करते हैं, मेहनती भी हैं. So like, you know, so I think that's why they get like, I'm telling you, sit there, have the coffee. They're always like that, you know.
Always on edge.
Yeah. With me, like I went to Florence and we did a Airbnb. ठीक है, अभी यार ये problem है कि now Airbnb now you have to like get the keys also.
Yeah.
So me and my friend like walking in Florence and figuring out which flat number, house number. It's very difficult. Of course, it's like organized, but for us, जो मतलब इतने unorganized हैं, I think for us it's very difficult to find ways
In an organized.
through organized space, right? So I'm like, अच्छा ये वाला, हाँ यही वाला है. Then we're asking. Then we went to that door and there's nobody. And nobody's opening and there's nobody to receive us. So usually in hotels and होता है ना कि somebody's there. That's why now I prefer hotels. कि stress नहीं है. And then वहाँ पे कोई नहीं था. And then I kept calling the number. Nobody's picking up. And me and my friend like, what to do? Like सामने एक church है, वहाँ बैठ जाते हैं. And we actually did that. We like kept our bags and we were like sitting in the church.
Praying for this guy.
And the church का दरवाजा ही बंद था तो बाहर ही बैठे थे. ऐसे नहीं अंदर नहीं. So we were like sitting on the footpath basically. And we were like, अरे यार क्या करें? उसका बीच में मेरा phone भी off हो गया. So I don't have a phone now. Now I'm telling in the coffee shop.
Now
guy,
you really have to
please.
pray.
Yeah. Please charge my phone. कुछ करो आप. And you know, they're charging my phone. My friend meets another girl who stays in the same building. She's tried to help him. All madness, chaos. 2 hours went on. And finally my phone got charged and I see calls from the same number, the owner. I'm like, you know, what the hell? I've been here and why don't I? There's nobody, there's no key, there's nothing. Then she's like, and how can you be so unprofessional? She's like, and then this is a girl, okay? I didn't realize it was a girl. She's like, unprofessional. You think I'm unprofessional? I send, you know how to read? And I'm like, yeah, I know how to read. You have an email? And I'm like, yeah. Check your email. And I'm like, fuck, what does she mean? And suddenly, like, you know, होता ना कि oh shit मैंने
I fucked up.
I fucked up. And I checked the email. Now please read the first line. Here is the the route to the key. And she had mentioned where the key is.
Yeah. कहीं रखा होता है.
अरे वो साइकिल क्या वो स्टैंड में रखा था किसी साइकिल में. So now that becomes a treasure hunt. Okay, but it's written here and it's written and whatever with photos and all that.
Yeah.
And like, I'm so sorry. I was swimming. It is Saturday. And I'm like, shit, yaar. And then I suddenly realized she must be like, of course, man. 5-6 बजे का टाइम थोड़ा वेट करेगी मेरा यार. वो गई अपना स्विम के लिए. उसको लगा होगा पता उसको चाबी वो भी लेके घुसेगा. By then we had already booked another room, तो वहाँ का भी पैसा गया.
डबल पैसा, गाली भी खाया, सब उल्टा ही हो गया.
Then I realized कि पढ़ा लिखा होना बहुत जरूरी है. ये ना हमारी प्रॉब्लम है इंडिया में. हर चीज पूछते रहते हैं ना हम लोगों में. भैया ये बता दो, भैया वो बता.
Yeah, we're very used to someone like helping us out and
attending us.
Yeah, attending to us. Yeah.
उतने लोग हैं ना यहाँ पे हेल्प करने के लिए.
Yeah.
हमारे इंडिया में like there's a person who will sit and press the lift button for you.
हाँ, कमाल है ना. वो बैठा रहता है.
हाँ, और वो सिर्फ रील्स देखते रहता है. कौन सा फ्लोर?
हाँ.
And he'll press 4.
Sometimes he doesn't even do that. You have to go over him and press the button.
He has different moods for different classes also.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah. So he has different
They're also
moods.
very classes.
No, सुनना. Okay.
The higher ups he'll say good morning and all. हम लोग जाएंगे आ जाओ.
Good morning मिल गया मतलब you've done something in life. You've achieved something.
Yeah.
If they're saying good morning.
That's one of the craziest jobs, I think. Like there are some crazy jobs, but that is, I think, top 3 at least.
Yeah.
Top 3
I mean,
tough jobs.
मेरे को ऐसा elitist बन के नहीं बोलना है कि ये क्या काम करते हो ये, but he is doing it because he needs to.
Yeah.
But भाई मतलब पूरा टाइम तुम एक लिफ्ट में बैठो, ऊपर नीचे घर जाओ अगले दिन.
And usually you will see this happening in the daytime.
Yeah.
And the reason of this is basically security है. तो दिन में बड़ा security हो रहा है, रात को कोई नहीं है. So night में whoever is going, nobody gives a fuck.
But
कैमरे में आएगा सर.
तो कैमरा में हो जाएगा.
But रात को अगर मैं जा रहा हूँ और मैं लिफ्ट खोलूंगा 2 बजे, कोई बैठा हुआ है अंदर चिल कर.
I'm scared shitless, dude.
And he doesn't even greet you. He's just staring at you.
He's just looking at you.
It might be handy, right? Sometimes you're like really sloshed and you can't find your floor or wing, which can happen, right?
Yeah.
If you have like 4 wings in the same building, you might just like go to a different wing.
वो होता है.
ये मेरे साथ हुआ है.
That's what's up.
I was saying the same. The building where I stay in right now, I'm in B wing, and I was in D wing. What happens is sometimes you don't realize that you're with yourself and you're thinking and you're, in your zone. And at night you just park the car exactly where you used to park 2 years back, and take the same lift. You've forgotten that you've moved places and. घंटी बजा रहा हूँ, कोई खोल नहीं रहा. Then I'm like, अरे यार अंधेरा क्यों है इतना? There's nobody over, and I'm like suddenly panicking and saying, shit,
This is not my house anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This happens.
Old
Happened to you?
Old house.
I think it's an original experience.
No, I'm pretty sure it's happened to somebody.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, it's
No,
very easy.
I mean, there is this one thing that happens. I don't know if you guys have experienced it, but sometimes you just forget things which you know. Like for example, your phone password.
Yeah.
You put it 100 times a day, but this one day you just forget it out of nowhere. There is a word for it. I don't know what it is, but yeah, common.
You're forgetting that?
I am forgetting that. और ऐसा हुआ था. I had seen this thing on Discovery. I think the founder of Jack Daniel's whiskey. He used to have a safe with a password.
That's how he died.
Yeah, that's how he died.
That's how he died.
He forgot the password just this one random day. Like he would put it every day, but this one day he forgets, and he gets so frustrated and he kicks the safe. Kicks the safe, breaks his shin. Shin gets infected and he dies.
Yeah, that's how he died.
That's true, right?
Forgetting
true
passwords can be injurious to health. Man.
That can.
This is long time ago, so.
That's one way to go.
Metal का था ना वो.
Yeah, but how do you remember passwords? It's very difficult now, na?
Yeah.
भाई
Forex
Fuck, we
card,
should have got
credit card.
password wala sponsor in this segment. You can just integrate
हाँ
it.
हाँ अच्छा they have like
हाँ there are
There are apps to keep
now
all your
which will keep all
sponsors.
your passwords.
फिर वो ऐप का डेटा ब्रीच हो जाएगा.
Exactly.
All your
What's the
passwords are
point?
gone. Yeah.
At this point I don't care bro. मेरे को वो गूगल पे आता रहता है your password was leaked in
Compromised,
a
yeah.
data breach. It's
Yeah.
okay.
मैंने भी वो अपने मतलब डेस्टिनी पे छोड़ा हुआ है. You know if it has to happen it will happen. You can't help it.
Yeah,
जब
you
होना
can't.
होगा तो होगा था कितना ही प्रोटेक्शन कर लो आप.
बड़े बड़े
It's like
लोगों
that.
का हैक होता है.
Exactly.
Like
हम
oh
क्या
my-
हैं?
That's another thing ना. People are like bro your WhatsApp is taking your data. अरे ले लो भाई.
क्या है
कि क्या पढ़ लोगे ऐसा क्या चल रहा है I know yeah सही
If you open our group chat now, if WhatsApp takes it, they will give it back. They'll say,
We don't want anything to do with this. Please take
नहीं
it.
पढ़ना है भाई हमें तुम ही रख लो. There's always that one group chat bro which is very risky.
group chats.
Yeah. Do you also have something like that?
Yeah, I have a school group chat.
Oh, those ones are
That's
they are
quite-
wild.
yeah.
School ones.
Sometimes you don't like, okay, Arey, these are the people I studied with, really?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, interesting. You get to know your roots, basically, with
Yeah.
these group chats. But I'm never on family chats.
Mm.
I don't like family group chats.
Those are a little annoying actually.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
समझ
good
नहीं
morning.
आता है. Yeah. Good morning and also like to wish.
सिर्फ
And
birthday
you
wishes
can't
आते हैं
miss
उसपे.
wishing also if you
Yeah.
wish. And sometimes what happens ना, you read something and you दिमाग में बोलते हो बाद में करता हूँ reply. पूरा
बहुत
भूल
बार
जाते हो.
होता है.
होता है ऐसा.
होता है.
बहुत होता है.
फिर वो बोलते हैं अरे आप तो बड़े
हाँ
हो गए.
सबने देखा तुमने भी देखा पर तुमने विश नहीं किया. So then that becomes a problem. So
मेरा
ये
बंदा
social-
फेमस हो गया है.
हाँ.
विश नहीं करता है.
ये बहुत बड़ी problem.
बड़े लोग.
And sometimes I'm like यार मुझे पहले विश करने में मजा आता था अब नहीं आ रहा मुझे मजा. Yeah.
Now तो भाई if I'm wishing someone I feel like भाई मैंने कर दिया कुछ crazy कर
I know,
दिया. Like
right?
I've made your day now. I've put in effort into this.
Yeah. That's a problem.
We have a family group chat, just like close family. Me, my brother, parents. That's it. 4 people. And because we don't live in the same place, so that's nice. Like good morning, good evening. Did you eat? Yes. Okay. Take care. But that extended one, though, I don't understand.
My family is still in the calling stage. They like 4 calls. 4 call आएंगे मम्मी के for the same thing. Huh?
Did you eat?
So, yeah, did you eat? I'm
You
like-
stay away from. Like,
Yeah, no, they're in Kharagpur, no?
Okay.
I'm the only child, so anyway that will never go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my dad keeps sending those funny whatever forwards and then
Funny is okay. Like.
no also fake news man.
Achha,
He'll send like अरे गोवा में बोट गिर गया. And I'm also like गोवा में and then I'm like ये तो फिलिपिनो लग रहे हैं. ये तो गोवा लग ही नहीं रहा है. So like and he's
And it
very-
has forwarded
and he's very
many
dead serious
times
about
on
it.
top.
Like please take care of yourself. Are you in Goa? I'm like no. I'm not in Goa. And then I'm telling him that this is not Goa. This is Philippines or whatever. And then he'll just discard it like oh that thing. It's not.
They've got to do something about that, bro. Matlab, it's like even my parents will be like, oh, India mein, because my parents don't live in India, so they'll send something. Oh, like India mein ye ho gaya. India is huge, bro. Like, matlab,
Yeah.
कहाँ?
नहीं बॉम्बे like rainy season में पानी भर गया.
yeah.
Now the news is showing पानी भर गया बॉम्बे में.
Yeah.
और लोग फंसे हुए हैं. Now somebody in Calcutta or Iran or wherever, they are sitting and like oh shit.
पूरा सिटी
You know तो पूरा सिटी गया है. लोग कहीं मूव नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. खाना कैसे खाएंगे? पानी कैसे मिलेगा?
Yeah.
बिजली नहीं होगी. You know so many things which can happen and probably in your area it's not even raining.
Yeah,
Has it happened? Like
it's happened. Yeah, because my
Mumbai rain flooding,
yeah.
it happens every year.
Yeah.
From as long as I can remember, and we're still shocked every year. Arey.
अरे पानी. No, now I think people get happy. अरे पानी भर गया and they're like you know putting
yeah,
on
now it's
videos.
for your reels, for your videos.
हाँ.
Did you all see that car that was on fire the other day? Like
Yeah,
this
the
reminds
ghost-
me.
the ghost-
the ghost
Rider
car.
car, yeah.
Ghost Rider of India,
Tarzan the
yeah.
Wonder car का background music बज रहा है and the car is just going.
Yeah, that
It was too good. It's not come on your feed.
I saw it.
और
I've
अपनी
got like
public
4-5 angles from
मतलब
that now.
entertainment की इतनी कमी है पब्लिक को कि वो खड़े होके वो भी देख रही है.
One guy standing right in front of it till it doesn't come.
Yeah.
Then he's moving his bike. I'm like, bench पहले side पे हटना. Why are you waiting to get run over by a fire car?
India is not for beginners.
Yeah, that is.
Those are crazy videos. I keep looking. Well, it's actually crazy.
What else do you
वो
get?
देखा है आ बैल मुझे मार one drunk guy is telling this बैल.
No.
And this drunk guy just goes to this bull and he's like come on bro, come on. And the bull actually goes and तो उसमें लिखा है, you know, आ बैल मुझे मार had a face. So,
Literally did it.
Yeah,
थोड़ा
literally.
हमारे रेपुटेशन को डैमेज हुआ है आफ्टर रील्स हैज बिकम अ थिंग एंड इंडियन कंटेंट इज गोइंग एवरीवेयर नाउ. थोड़ा लाइक people see that and like अरे
I don't know. मतलब कौन people? Who are these people? It's for foreigners.
Yeah.
अरे fuck them. Their life is so dull anyway. क्या करते हैं वो लोग? काऊ देख के excite हो जाते हैं. हमारे पास excite. That's what I'm saying, that we don't have. We don't need to go to anywhere to like, you know, get entertainment. हम बस अपने घर से बाहर निकलेंगे हमें entertainment मिल जाएगा.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that's great ना. मतलब आप खुश रह सकते हो.
someone was saying कि भाई इंडिया में you if you're ever bored just open your curtain
Yeah.
and see.
Yeah, exactly.
कहीं तो झगड़ा हो रहा होगा बाहर भाई. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like really.
इधर ही होता है भाई कभी-कभी. You hear people yelling, then suddenly everyone is in the balcony.
Yeah, ये क्या हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है? You know, it's like a nice तमाशा going on all the time. Films का क्या है? उनका बड़ा वो है, basic है यार.
Yeah,
I don't think they understand it.
Yeah.
I don't think I can settle anywhere but India. ऐसा. दूसरा कोई घर हो सकता है, but India I think is something which I like. Especially like places like Himachal Pradesh, man. You don't get anywhere in the world. I don't think there's any place like that in the world.
Yeah, those are places that you can like fully isolate and go
Completely. And
live
beautiful.
a separate life.
Not touched yet. जो हम बात बोलते हैं ना ऐसा humans ने touch नहीं किया है.
हाँ.
That's the place.
Hidden gem.
हाँ. Foreigners का हो गया है, उनका सब going down south now.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if to live, I think India is a pretty good place. But again, like depends on what kind of a life you want to live.
To isolate yourself like that, you would have to live the life and then maybe do that,
हाँ,
right?
वो
Like
सब ये
you
सब करने
wouldn't.
के बाद
of
फिर
course, हाँ.
Yeah, ऐसे ही.
नहीं ऐसे नहीं कि मतलब अपना पैसा वैसा नहीं कमाया और चले गए.
Yeah.
I mean, you want like what glamping, not.
Glamping is a new thing.
Glamping is a अरे
Glamorous
come on.
camping.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, it's like luxury camping, bro. It's like
Like
कि पहले होता था कि you're soul searching with a tent. और पहले होता था soul searching में गुफा.
Correct.
हाँ.
Right? गुफा में रह लिए कहीं रह लिए. Then tent आया. Then soft tent आया. Then you got all these like क्या कहते हैं, you can cook also while camping and all that. And then now finally there's something called glamping.
It's like a nice
मतलब
cottage or
अच्छा,
something.
हाँ, अच्छा टेंट बनेगा तेरा, like how राजा वाजा जैसे रहते थे ना वैसा वाला टेंट.
Mint on your pillow.
And some kahawa.
Have you gone camping ever?
Yeah. I've done the gufa camping. I've done the normal tent camping. घोड़े वोड़े पे गया था मैं ऐसा.
When is
पहलगांव, many years back, yeah, 7 years back. Kashmir, Himachal. I've done all of that. It's very nice. But then I don't know if I like sleeping in tents. Yeah,
It's a little risky, bro, sleeping in tents.
Risking मतलब भालू वालू का सब डराते हैं कि भालू आएगा.
But that is still the least of your concern.
Then what?
What is the
कुछ तो
biggest?
कीड़ा घुस गया.
कीड़ा, I don't like. That's like very bad luck, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's very bad luck.
I
तू
don't think
tent कर रहा है और तेरे को बिच्छू काट गया तू मर गया.
the chances to are still there, no, but
I know, but
and higher than a bhalu.
that's the point ना. You have to take some chances. some तो कुछ तो करेगा ना यार.
You take some
Adventure के लिए
risks.
कुछ तो
I'm
करेगा
all
ना
for
यार.
glamping. Sorry.
He's the biggest.
I think I'm also
Glamping.
Nah,
See,
I'll take the rough.
नहीं देख
the rough
भाई,
road.
अगर
Yeah.
तेरा life, if you have a stressful life, okay, if you have a stressful life, for me a holiday is like let's relax, let's not stress ourselves out. So camping just takes you
What
away
is a
from
stressful life? What is causing you stress in your life, bro? I want to know
Like
that
we're going
first.
deep or what?
Yeah, you're chilling in your house and like you know doing your work. Nice, अच्छा ठंडा ऐसा हवा है. तेरे को stress क्या है? Like why? You should be doing more adventure when you go out. Be outdoors. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
no.
I mean, this is the outsider's perspective. You don't know what I go through, man.
I am only giving outsiders perspective.
I'm joking, obviously, but what you just said is what I tell myself. Like every time I'm stressed, I'm like, भाई किसका stress? तू घर पे chill कर रहा
तू
है.
तो यार you should be doing like full
full
पहाड़
on camping.
पहाड़ बर्फ में चढ़. मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ था. मेरे दो दोस्त ऐसे we went to some place, I don't know where, yeah, some place in Kashmir, I think, and there was a waterfall. And they wanted to climb that waterfall.
Damn. इसकी
और बाहर पूरा बर्फ है भाई, आसपास सब बर्फ है ना. आई एम लुकिंग एट देम लाइक नहीं यार ये नहीं करते, यू नो दिस इज एक्सट्रीम एडवेंचर नहीं करते. ये वाटरफॉल इतना बड़ा नहीं था, बट लेट्स नॉट क्लाइंब वाटरफॉल्स गाइस. लेट्स, आई डोंट थिंक वी आर इक्विप्ड फॉर दैट. आई डोंट थिंक माय शूज आर गोइंग टू गेट द ग्रिप एंड ऑल दैट. सुने नहीं वो. They climbed and they went to the other side. Now I am basically stranded all alone. और आसपास सिर्फ बर्फ है और कुछ नहीं, और एक वाटरफॉल है. If I have to reach my friends, I have to like
cross it, climb.
I'm like shit, ये मैं कैसे करूँगा? Full like असमंजस चल रहा है, stress चल रहा है.
That's stress, man.
That is stress. That you have to like really climb a waterfall and this guy, पहाड़ी guy comes. Like क्या हुआ? मतलब नहीं मेरा दोस्त लोग ऊपर चलेगा. अच्छा. मैंने कहा आप मेरा हाथ पकड़ के ऊपर तक ले जाओगे? He's like हाँ आओ ना. And he actually held my hand, very sweet guy. And he like I was climbing with him, एक करके step चढ़ रहा हूँ. I'm very scared. I'm also Bengali, right? तो बंगाली घरों में बहुत डराया जाता है, गिर जाएगा, मर जाएगा, कोई उठा के ले जाएगा. It's like that. All bong boys will tell you that that वो बचपन से stress आता है. तो to overcome those traumas, I had to like step ले रहा हूँ. फिर just like when he reaches the center and नीचे अभी depth है, ऊपर चढ़ना है, he leaves my hand. I'm like भैया, कहता हाँ क्या भैया, चढ़ो, डरता क्या है, चढ़ो. And I'm like fuck, you can't do that, like I am. And he's like क्या डरता क्या? And he started laughing at me and he just climbed. और मैं एकदम बीच में था, like fuck bro, I can't go down because down is more scary.
Yeah.
So I actually climbed. But that day, in a way, and I couldn't find that guy. मैं ऊपर गया and I couldn't see that guy. There's nobody. पता नहीं भगवान हो सकते हैं, शायद थे. But he really taught me a very good lesson that take the step, just keep taking the steps and you will reach, wherever you want to or you should be. तो हाँ उसके बाद यार मैं दोस्तों से मिला and then like उस दिन से मेरा फिर डर वर थोड़ा कम हुआ ये एडवेंचर को लेकर.
This is like when kids are learning to cycle for the first time and you just let them go.
Exactly like that.
छोड़ दिया भाई.
पूल में, but यार वो सब ठीक है, पानी में कोई बचा लेगा सर. पहाड़ में ऐसे कौन करता है?
Yeah, that's life or death.
Yeah, but please पहाड़ी guys can do that to you. Once I had a पहाड़ी cab guy who said कि 4 बजे आ जाना आप सुबह, और अगर आप नहीं आए तो मैं चला जाऊँगा. मतलब आप चले जाओगे तो कहता मैं जाके घुमाऊंगा. So yeah, it's like मैंने बोला what do you mean by that? No, I don't care. You want to come for adventure, you come. Otherwise, I'm going and getting my adventure and coming back. So I just love that about pahadis. But why did we reach pahad?
Was you?
Yeah, your climbing story.
Anyway, fuck it.
Yeah. हाँ, I mean to some extent करना चाहिए adventure, but some people go extreme also, भाई. Like
what extreme?
We had gone to Nepal, like people who try Everest or ये वो, like भाई.
That probably I would not want to do after reading the kind of stories.
Yeah.
The people who die climbing, that it's on them, bro.
भाई बोल रहे हैं कि भाई
कोई नहीं बोल रहा
don't do it मत.
Yeah, I mean there's two types of like holiday. We were talking about holidays. Like there's two types of holidays. One is
This
where
is not a holiday.
yeah, this is not the holiday. This is like
So
you're
you have to
going
work
on a
for
camp.
this, like for a year, and
Yeah.
you have to
You have to
prepare
train
yourself.
yourself.
You have to train for something like that.
And all for what, one Instagram photo probably.
But
वो भी
ये
I
लोग
don't
तो
think
ज़्यादा पागल होते हैं, उनका Instagram भी नहीं होता है. Like
Yeah,
they're
that
like
is-
my life's mission is to do this, and they'll dedicate their life. I don't get it.
Extreme
There was this
adventure.
one guy who just recently did this, like he climbed Everest and went back. In
Some
a
kid is
cycle,
there
in a
who's-
cycle or something like that.
I don't know, but I just read some kid is the first kid to have completed, like the youngest to have climbed all these tall mountain ranges. कुछ तो 15-16 साल का.
Damn.
That's what I read.
Must be
The
training.
craze for it is insane, bro. Like when we had gone, everyone goes to Nepal just for this one purpose.
Yeah.
Of trekking. Some people do Everest base camp, some people do like Annapurna. There are different mountain ranges, but like during the season, there's more foreigners than locals over there.
Yeah. We were there during season, right? Yeah.
Sab aake, they come, they do it.
Season means summer.
Summer.
Indian summers.
Yeah.
So you went for treks and all.
No,
No.
we had gone ऐसे ही. Like,
So
I had some work there, some official work. Then, so because of that, not knowing when I need to be in Kathmandu and when can I go and Rome, we couldn't plan a trek. But maybe like there are day treks also. दिन में जाके वापस आओ, कर सकता है.
It's like Maharashtra guys don't trek a lot, I think.
No, they do.
I think also always Delhi and Bangalore.
No, Maharashtra They love trekking.
I don't
because there's
meet.
so many forts here.
I'm just saying that I'm
Ah,
not.
no,
I
even-
don't meet a lot of Marathis or Maharashtrians while on a trek.
I
I'll
feel
always
they
meet
do
a
that.
Bangalore techie who's like, I'm
True.
not from home.
True. Bangalore, there is a trekking
Always,
culture.
I've always seen these Bangalore boys or girls, trekking a lot.
Yeah.
And Delhi.
Hmm.
जाट भाई करते हैं बहुत.
You've stayed in Delhi, right?
उन्हें बड़ा पसंद है. हाँ, I've done.
Kaisa, what is like growing up in
Amazing,
Delhi? right?
amazing.
Yeah, your Hindi is very Delhi.
Yeah, it's
Yeah. For a Bengali to have that kind of Hindi, that's why.
yeah.
That, yeah, or I.
Or normally also ये Hindi.
Even
मतलब
Bombay
ये
people have different Hindi.
yeah, that's wrong Hindi. This
Yeah.
is right.
एकदम
Hindi.
गलत.
हाँ.
Pune is like one step further.
Yeah.
हाँ, नहीं वो हिंदी नहीं है.
That is
वो-
definitely
that's
not
like a
Hindi.
mix.
Pune is catching strays.
क्या पुणे कैसा जगह है?
It's great.
पुणे से सिर्फ कहानियां सुनने को मिलती है.
क्या कहानी सुना
मतलब
आपने?
every generally like
FTII is in Pune.
Of course,
so
of course.
you must have
There's a lot of
friends.
student.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a student
Culture.
university
Student hub.
culture. Yeah,
अच्छा है, like it's good.
it's great. It's very comfortable though. I mean, there's everything you can have there. It's very comfortable for a kid growing up. But I think you get too comfortable there.
Good place to grow up.
Yeah.
Good place to study. Bad place to hustle. So you should come to Bombay
Yeah,
or
that's
Delhi.
which
hustle.
actually makes it perfect, right? Because
Yeah.
And good place to retire and live.
So that's what happens. Like if you don't step out of it at the right time, then you're done.
Like you'll just stay there.
Then you'll be there forever.
Yeah.
Then you'll end up just settling down over there and living like a Pune life.
Which is not the
It's
worst.
not
It's not
bad.
the worst thing, of course.
But if you have like even the slightest dreams or ambitions, then you should probably leave.
then you have to anyway leave any part of the country, no?
Yeah.
Then you have to come to Bombay only. Then this is
Not
the only
necessarily.
place. Which other place?
Delhi, I
like
think
Delhi,
you can-
Bangalore.
Delhi में what dreams come true?
कुछ तो होता रहेगा. Bangalore at least are not tech.
I just want, like maybe politics, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean नेता वेता बनना है दिल्ली जाना पड़ेगा.
नहीं,
You know, मैं सपना था.
हमारा काफी bias lens भी I think all of
I
us
think
here.
Delhi guys, I love Delhi guys. I'm just like saying this.
How did
This-
you move
this
to
for the-
Delhi?
I moved because of my dad, yeah. Headquarters.
Okay.
My dad was in NSG, he's a Black Cat Commando, and he was also in CISF, so he was always kept shifting. So I was in South India also, Kalpakkam, nuclear power plant. So I've lived in a nuclear power plant township.
It's
You can
crazy.
see the power plant. You can see, like, my school, I could see the power plant, and of course it was on the beach. I don't think anybody has
I've
ever
never
had a
even
life.
heard of
Yeah,
this.
exactly. My school was right on the beach.
That's so cool.
It was very cool.
That sounds
How
so
many
fun.
years were you there?
4 years. From 4th standard to 9th standard.
Mm.
इन्हें रम्मन नन्ना तमिल तरियों. Actually, एक point पे मैं लिखता भी था.
You learned it in 5 years within those
4 years. 4 years. It was and growing up years, na. So that time it became like easy.
It's easier to
Yeah,
learn.
I was actually writing. I was watching a lot of Tamil movies. I used to listen to Tamil songs.
Mm.
I was like proper South Indian bro, growing up. No, sorry, Bengali boy growing up as a South Indian. And then one day my dad said that the posting हो गई है दिल्ली बच्चे के education के लिए. And then the Delhi journey started. That was very interesting. Actually, Delhi में 2 हिस्से में गया था. Once was I think from 1st standard to 3rd standard. Then I went to Chennai. Then I came back to Delhi. It's a great city, I think.
What is college in Delhi like?
That's the best. I think, I don't know. I mean, people always talk about Mumbai University or Pune University. But I think Delhi University में जो मतलब the culture and the kind of companionship you have through all colleges. So it's not like one college के हो तो तुम्हारे पास वहाँ दोस्त हैं. तुम किसी के भी कहीं के भी दोस्त हो सकते हो.
What's the crowd like? Is it mixed from everywhere?
Yeah,
or-
yeah, mixed from everywhere. I think you know people from everywhere there. And they're like, outstation students coming and studying there. तो दिल्ली में हर जगह साउथ इंडियंस भी हैं, बिहार से भी हैं, यूपी से भी हैं, and then नॉर्थ ईस्ट से हैं. So everywhere. I think everybody comes to Delhi to study.
It's the same in Pune.
Yeah,
also,
I know,
like-
I know. That's why I'm asking, because I think Bombay Delhi comparison hota hai because of the student or cultural, whatever war that is. I think it should be more about. I'm more
Pune
curious
should
about
also
Pune
be-
and Delhi.
Yeah.
In college, for me, I was like in my class, I was the only local, and I'm
Acha.
from Iran. I was the most Pune person.
How does
in that
that
class.
work?
Everyone else was from outside.
Yeah.
तो
Yeah.
पुणे में भी वही culture है.
But the percentiles or whatever the admission marks are like high or not?
It depends college to college.
Because DU is really high.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
not as
you
high
have
as
to be
DU.
smart.
It's not as high as DU.
I could get in only because of ECA auditions. We used to have this extracurricular
Extracurricular activities.
activity thing, like, admission. So I got it through theatre. Varna nahi hota. Varna I would have been some Dayal Singh evening college.
No, even in Pune, it's like that only. Most of the colleges, the cutoffs are quite average. There are only few which are really esteemed.
Yeah. Like
So there you can see, you can
handful.
tell that those kids are from that college.
But that's why a lot of people come to Pune to study, because not everyone can go to the top
DU,
colleges.
correct.
Right? It's a limit.
Correct.
So,
Yeah, now I realize that DU was, studying in DU was actually really a big blessing in disguise. Huge blessing, because even now when I meet friends and people from the industry, and I know that so many of them are from DU, I realize that there's some kind of culture which was inculcated in all of us, and that's what is helping us. और दिल्ली में क्या है, मतलब whatever it is, वो if you have lived in Delhi in your younger days, you can live anywhere in the world.
Why do you say that?
Yeah. You know how to handle life then. Because वहाँ पे कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. So that's why you are always prepared. Is that like I've seen like my Bombay friends are like completely in awe of Delhi कि कैसे होता है यार, ये कैसे कर रहे हैं, like the drinking till 6 a.m. and then working also at 10 a.m. and then fighting also on the road and getting angry also and then having fun also, and how is the mood not getting ruined?
Yeah.
Here if you have one road fight the entire day, people are अरे यार you know what यार, some guy this that, they'll always script
It
about
plays
it.
on your
Delhi
mind.
में it's like हाँ बोल दे, गाली वाली भी होगी, मुक्के भी मारते, खून भी निकल रहा है, भाई मोमो खाएगा मोमो. So
It's a fast life.
Yeah, very fast. Moods, I think mood swings बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं वहाँ पे. कुछ भी हो सकता है. Somebody you just met who's like being very nice to you can get very aggressive in the 5th minute of the conversation. कि तू कैसे बोला वो?
Like ज़्यादा
तूने बोला कैसे भाई? मैं तुझसे प्यार से बात कर रहा था, तूने वो बात कैसे बोल दिया? मैं अरे I didn't mean it like that. नहीं, तेरी मीन की माँ का.
Oh man, Delhi Metro is, that's why I think it's the way it is.
No, but
It's crazy,
escalate होता है दिल्ली में काफी ज़्यादा.
अरे मैं कुछ 2 साल 2.5 साल पहले I think वो कहीं ऐसा जा रहा था, तो वो ढाबा दिल्ली से लेके जयपुर के बीच में कोई ढाबा था, तो वहाँ वो कूपन देते हैं भाई. कूपन देने का मतलब अपने बॉम्बे भाई कितने प्यारे लोग हैं यार, बॉम्बे पुणे अच्छे लोग हैं. कूपन देते हैं, लाइन में खड़े रहते हैं, आराम कर रहे हैं पेशेंस से. उधर साला कोई कूपन ले रहा है, कोई लाइन में घुस रहा है, तो आई थॉट दिस इज नॉट फेयर. सो आई जस्ट सरदार लाइक अ टॉल गाय, आई वेंट एंड सेड, अरे ये मेरा ला क्या कर लेगा तू? क्या कर लेगा, तेरा लाइन है. तो लगा अरे यार तू ले ले यार, तू पहले चाय ले ले यार. You don't want to fight over a चाय यार. And that can really happen, ना?
Yeah.
That can really happen. अगर मैं दिल्ली के खून में गर्म होता तो मैं भी वहाँ पे रुक जाता, अड़ जाता कि क्या कर लेगा, क्या चाय पहले यहाँ आएगी, all of that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of, I don't know.
Like, I don't know if ego is the word for it.
Ego maybe.
This is ego only. What else can it be?
I think it's a warrior land यार. I feel it's a warrior land. वहाँ इतने मतलब लड़ाई लड़ी हुई है ना, इतना कुछ दिल्ली पे कितने लोगों ने अटैक किया बार.
चाय के लिए?
It hasn't. वही मैं बोल रहा ना अभी.
अरे वहाँ भटूरे के लिए एक बार गोली चल गई थी.
That I mean I've had it, so it's great. I get it.
Some मटका चाय famous यार, किसको क्या?
I think the difference is वहाँ पे struggles are different.
Yeah.
Like मुंबई में कैसा constant struggle है. Even if you are well to do in Bombay,
You're still working
you're
every
still
day.
struggling. Working तो ठीक है. अभी अगर मेरे को अभी अंधेरी आना होगा, ठीक है, I know I can get in the best possible car if I want to. Driver आके ले, but मेरे को भी ट्रैफिक में ही रुकना है ना 2 घंटा.
करना ही पड़ेगा.
What's the difference between someone who's taking an auto, someone who's on a scooter?
Correct.
We're all
So
in the
everyone is a bit more empathetic, I think. कि भाई let's be nice to each other. It's difficult already. यहाँ पे तो सब roads बड़े आराम से जा रहे हैं.
ट्रैफिक वहाँ भी होता है, ऐसा नहीं है.
होता है, but
पर उधर ज्यादा नहीं है ना.
उधर का
वहाँ बेसिकली देख क्या है ना कि वहाँ पे मॉरल ट्रैफिकिंग होती है. ऐसा है ना कि वहाँ पे ट्रैफिक के ठुल्लों की जरूरत नहीं है. तेरा साइड वाला बोल देगा कैसे चला रहा है तू, क्या तू गाड़ी ऐसे क्यों काट रहा है. I mean I think everybody in Delhi thinks that they're very good drivers.
yeah.
So that's the problem.
Yeah.
Even my friend in Dubai, I just met him, Sachin, there. Dubai में भी वो दिल्ली वाले एटीट्यूड में चला रहा है. अबे ठोक के देख, बताता हूँ तुझे मैं. I'm like, अरे वो सुन नहीं पा रहा है, but वो conversation is always going on. So it's
That
crazy.
used to be me, I feel, in Pune.
Yeah,
When
Stuvi
I was
had some
driving, I used to have,
serious
like-
road
Pune,
rage, man.
please guys, stop driving, you guys.
Yeah, I've stopped.
Yeah, you have to like stop driving. Like, take drivers.
Yeah.
No.
Very
मैं-
important.
I don't know how to drive.
Good.
And I don't
Yeah,
want
I
to
think-
learn also.
Yeah. And don't ride a bike. कुछ
ना, अभी तो नहीं.
pillion ऐसा कुछ मत
कभी
करो।
नहीं, कभी
I used पुणे में तो स्कूटर ही चलाते थे, but
Now
अभी तो अभी नहीं होगा मेरे से. I can't do it. Why should I do it?
Yeah, I know. Even I don't like riding bikes. मुझे नहीं पसंद है. पता नहीं क्यों ऐसा बोलते हैं ना कि लड़कों में ऐसा
बाइकिंग
या बाइकिंग नहीं हुआ तो फिर माचो नहीं हुआ.
हाँ
बट मुझे कभी ऐसा लगा ही नहीं, लगा क्या है ऐसा.
मेरे को मेरा डीओ पसंद है. Nicely.
Activa.
हाँ.
I know ना, smooth
Activa.
अपना
अच्छा है,
आराम से
अपना
हवा
बस
भी
एक-
आ रही
बस
है.
एक-
कहीं भी रोको उसको.
हाँ.
पीसफुल
कहीं भी रोको.
You don't need to think about switching gears.
And you don't have to think about the clothes you have to wear now. अब
Yeah.
अच्छी बाइक है तो कपड़े भी वैसे
हाँ.
पहनने पड़ेंगे. And that's like you can't wear those relaxed casual अपना फंस गया टायर में.
Yeah, you need a jacket. You need everything.
Exactly. चश्मा भी चाहिए.
Dhoom and Roadies has like fully converted the generation before us. अभी तक कुछ आया नहीं है बाइक वाला सीन for the new generation.
हैं कुछ.
अभी कुछ we'll start our own
Scooty Dhoom type.
That'll be fun.
That is a crazy movie.
No, but for real, like Dhoom का impact and उसके बाद Roadies.
Dhoom.
Dhoom was
Dhoom was,
generation.
yeah.
Dhoom was actually like I think Dhoom के time पे वो बाल those
The
long
John
hair,
Abraham.
yeah, that I think everybody tried that.
Yeah.
We all tried that. But it became तेरे नाम का सलमान.
Quickly.
Everybody tried that. It was becoming तेरे नाम राधे भैया.
I think the Hayabusa sales went up.
वो
After.
R15
मतलब what?
Yamaha.
5.
वही मैं बोलने वाला था. Hayabusa sales went up.
John Abraham got 5 more for himself.
बाइक का
And that charisma, man.
charisma.
Charisma, I think.
Yeah, Charisma was
Charisma
a
was a
rage.
cool bike.
That was a rage. That was
CBZ.
उसका-
कुछ चलाने को तो नहीं आता भी.
Hrithik ने उसका ऐड किया था.
Yeah, Hrithik had done that.
Everybody wanted that. I think यार कहो ना प्यारा also Hrithik in bike.
Hmm.
So that era was all bike. अभी नहीं उतना देखता हूँ मैं youngsters में,
Yeah.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है ऐसा.
मुझे तो trauma है bro. My dad had a Splendor
हाँ.
and we used to go like me, my brother, my mom, all four of us on the same. सोते गिर रहा है, सब बोल रहा है अरे बच्चा गिर रहा है.
हाँ, बच्चा गिर
तब
रहा
से
है.
I was like bro fuck bikes.
वो
I don't- It was good for its time. It did the job. वो time पे is the best we could do. Now we can do better.
Yeah. हाँ chill. I think पहाड़ों में भी वो स्कूटी वो सब चलता है. We can take cycles.
I don't know how to
Cycle is
cycle.
fun.
You don't know how to cycle, but you can
I
ride a
directly learned a
two-wheeler.
bike, yeah.
साइकिल तो
तो आ जाएगा तेरे को भाई.
बस पैर चलाना है और
No, but these
but
days
it's
you have those
difficult.
electric
Hath-पैर
cycles
चलाना.
also.
I know, but then there's no...
Fun.
I used to cycle as a kid.
हाँ.
I was not too good at it. Then I just left it. I said, leave it. There's no need to learn. Then I directly learned the...
I don't think any
Dio.
of us were good at cycling. We would just
yeah,
cycle.
you can-
No, but then you see some of these kids who are cycling
अच्छा,
from
वो
like...
skid मारते हैं
हाँ,
ऐसा.
ऐसा, they're borrowing
there.
this, picking it up. Why are you so extra, bro? Like, इतना सही तो compound है हमारा. चला ना.
See, those days we didn't have reels ना, तो कहीं तो show off करेंगे.
Yeah.
You'd show off to your society friends.
Exactly. That's the whole idea ना.
Yeah, the
Cool.
girls who are playing on the slide.
Yeah.
वो उनके सामने जाके
मिट्टी उड़ा रहे हैं लड़कियों पे जाके.
Yeah, there was such a difference between how girls play as kids and guys play. Girls would just like get together and chill and talk.
They'd swing and all, like nicely.
और तो
अच्छे
I
से.
don't know, पिट्ठू नहीं खेलते तुम्हारे यहाँ?
पिट्ठू क्या है?
पिट्ठू is like a stone.
अच्छा हाँ वो numbers रहता है ना
हाँ,
एक.
yeah.
Oh, the jumping वाला.
What is it
हाँ.
called? I forgot.
हाँ वो I know what you're
Lagori.
talking about.
Lagori, I think.
Lagori something else.
That's something else?
नहीं पिट्ठू नहीं, पिट्ठू तो stone throwing वाला. This is tapu.
Okay.
It's called tapu.
I don't know if
I think we'll be
उसे
playing the same
बोलते
games,
क्या है? I
but
think
it's
उसके
called
लिए
different in
नाम
different
अलग होगा
places.
उसके
तो
लिए.
मुझे
but
मालूम
But you know ना that
Yeah,
four
yeah,
squares and you have to
yeah.
like एक
Yeah.
what टंगड़ी एक
हाँ
हाँ,
उसमें
हाँ.
you have to
hop
throw a
on.
stone
Yeah.
first in
Yeah.
that box.
Yeah,
and you hop onto
Yeah.
that box.
yeah.
I never played that game.
I used to play.
Yeah.
I used to
I
play.
played that.
I used to
I was
play
in an
it.
all-boys school.
We'd play with the
so-
girls.
Yeah, exactly.
Once in a while. कि क्या है भाई मस्त लग रहा है ये गेम हमको भी खेलना है बॉयज लगाते थे
English
that was
में
the first
hopscotch
way.
बोलते हो
First in the-
hopscotch in English you call it hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right though. It's like the first interaction
Yeah, exactly.
that you have.
कैसे होता है?
हाँ, सिखाओ ना हमको भी.
Yeah.
पकड़ा पकड़ी.
You have to
Ice
full
spice.
Ice spice.
Yeah, you had to fully drop whatever masculinity you had.
Yeah, of course. And your friends couldn't see you. Like, that was
Yeah, friends just looking down on you at that point. Why
But मुझे
football
ये
खेलना?
थोड़ा जल्दी समझ में आ गया था स्कूल के पीटी पीरियड में you could either go play football, cricket, जो भी है, or you could, stay back.
Hang back in class in recess.
रुको थोड़ा side में रुको, see what's happening. Then you could go and maybe talk to the girls a bit.
But you had to wait till your friends left to play. नहीं तो वो लोग बाद में बोलने
But
वाले.
then would they not ask you?
धूप में ये कर रहे हो.
But they never ask you what कि किधर था, क्यों नहीं आया आज
Of course.
खेलने? Then what do you say?
Like a
Nothing you lie and then they know you're lying.
नहीं भाई पेट दुख रहा है यार. कुछ तो चूना लगा नहीं.
I have a cramp. अरे भाई होमवर्क कंप्लीट करना था, सॉरी.
बुक चेक करने वाली है भाई टीचर नेक्स्ट पीरियड में.
You do anything, bro. वो टाइम पे तो to get attention from a girl was like भाई
Yeah.
क्या हो गया
You can play hodgepodge or whatever.
Hodgepodge.
How was school for you?
It's fun. Kendriya Vidyalaya, which is like a central
Government,
school, yeah. So my dad, because of my dad, is to get admissions to all the KVs, and KV is like mini India because everybody from everywhere is there.
Okay.
Like army kids mostly.
Army or other government kids also. So, yeah, I mean, Delhi, South KV was different. It was mostly South Indians. I mean, and that
Did you
was-
get along?
Yeah, I think it was quite easy. I think first, and because we're from fourth standard, say if you're there, now you're still growing up, right?
Yeah.
So by fifth, sixth, you have friends. And so like that. And because I could speak Tamil and all that, so that became easy.
You embraced the culture also.
Yes. I still love South Indian food a lot. I think it's the best cuisine. बहुत अच्छा खाना बनाते हैं यार. But then I think I don't even remember if I had any North Indian friends when I was in South, because I was chilling with all the Mallu boys and Tamil boys and Telugu boys and Kannadiga boys. And then Delhi, South mein I was very into sports.
What sports did you play?
All kinds.
Football did you play?
Football खेला, ठीक है, hockey खेला, handball.
Yeah.
You know where you like, it's like rugby but not rugby.
Yes.
You know?
It's football with your hand.
Yes. That. You've played that? Wow.
Yeah.
Achha, nice. Then cricket, of course. Cricket
course,
to
I
matlab
was-
you have to play.
Yeah.
So all of that. So I was thinking that, okay, I'm going to become an athlete. This is my time to be a sportsman. I was not really a fit kid. So my dad was quite embarrassed about that because he used to कि मेरा बेटा ऐसा है types.
Yeah.
So he used to try and put me into all those sports. Karate में कर ले, ये भी कर ले, वो भी कर ले. I was sucking at everything basically. And nothing was helping my fitness. So then I came to Delhi. And I thought कि I'm a sportsman. तो मैं sports तो खेलूंगा ही, cricket तो खेलूंगा ही. And it's actually true. South में it's a gentleman's game. If you miss a catch or fielding, like, that's it.
Nice try.
Exactly. कोई बात नहीं. It's okay.
Hard luck, यार.
Hard luck. It's okay, bro. It's okay. No problem. It's like,
It's okay, da.
दिल्ली
It's okay,
में
da.
Now
Come
get
da,
to
come.
Delhi.
बोल one more, da.
जैसे ही कैच छोड़ा, यहाँ से किसी अनजान आदमी ने गाली दे दी माँ की.
Of course.
अनजान
माँ की गलती है, तूने
So I could not believe it that this happened. I'm like, oh, ये तो नहीं हो पाएगा मुझसे. And I couldn't play. It was
Then you got into theatre.
quite aggressive. No, I didn't get into theatre and all. I was doing I was actually a studious kid. And then Delhi में आके बिगड़ गया. तो मेरे marks कम होते रहे.
Like it just went down.
Yeah, down. मतलब third से मैं 7th पे आया. फिर मैं top 10 में भी नहीं हूँ. So my teachers are concerned now, and I'm also like, my dad and mom, of course, they are concerned now.
But what were you doing so different?
I don't know, yeah. I think I was just not studying. Because there's so much more fun. I think the boys were like very cool. Like, all the Delhi friends, the boys, so much bakchodi there.
हाँ. साउथ में पढ़ाई हो रही होगी.
साउथ में पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं. साउथ में ज्यादा वो बकैती नहीं चल रही है. वो आ रहे हैं मैथ्स के प्रॉब्लम के लेके तुम्हारे पास.
They're like, let's solve this problem.
एक डाल इक्वेशन है, हाउ डू वी डू दैट. I'm like, यार वहाँ पे ये बात चल रही है और इधर जो है अपना भाई बोल रहा है कि अरे उस बंदी को देख भाई, तुम वहाँ देख यार. And so you are like, for a kid, it's like यार ये टाइम ट्रैवल हो गया मुझे.
कल्चर
तो मैं तो पागल हो गया. फिर लड़कियां ही बोल रही है दाढ़ी शेव कर लेना, like you know. So I'm like, you've never seen a girl talk to a guy like that. South Indian like very nice, shy. फूल लगा के आती हैं एकदम shy, एकदम करके हंसी. You know, they like give you that kind of looks. You know, it's not. यहाँ पे तो हाँ लड़की आके बोल रही है चिकना हो जा. क्या है कुत्ते? क्या है यार? Shit.
They're bros basically वहाँ पे.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. तो वो लोग वैसे हैं तो वहाँ पे obviously आदमी थोड़ा एक साल रेजिस्ट करा फिर दूसरे साल तक you become that, you know. फिर आप भी मतलब चौड़े हो. And I was a tall guy. So what happens in school life? You're tall ना, you immediately have some kind of attention क्योंकि लोगों को लगता है ये मारेगा.
Like he has the ability to, if he wants to.
He has the ability to like hit this guy. So I should be his friend because then he can hit this guy.
This is so primal.
I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about other schools. KV में तो बहुत ऐसे gang.
नहीं, I feel like it's common everywhere.
हमारे तो बहुत ऐसे सोडा बॉटल फोड़ दिया, क्या कहते हैं सर पे, और वो शर्ट किसी ने रखी हुई है घर में कि वो फेंकूंगा नहीं जब तक बदला लूंगा. You know, all of that is also proper.
फिल्म में जी रहे हैं.
तो एकदम वो सब चल रहा है वहाँ पे. तो दिल्ली then I think 10th 11th में तब तक मम्मी पापा ने इतना कोस दिया था कि I was like yeah shit यार this is I'm going to like I don't think make it and कुछ नहीं होगा मेरा. And then 11th में I took science because my best friend Vaibhav Tandon he's still in IIT है वो बॉम्बे में रहता है. तो वो ले लिया तो I'm like यार अभी ये चला गया तो I'll also go and take science. That was the biggest mistake of my life. I realized. वो गड़बड़ हो गई मुझसे यार. वरना मैं ठीक था. I was like living a very good life. वो जैसे ही लिया I'm like shit ये तो मुझे नहीं आता.
Yeah.
You know and I can't मुझसे नहीं होगा like I don't know you guys are science student?
Yeah.
Commerce
भी नहीं होता मुझसे सिर्फ आर्ट्स होता.
I mean yeah.
And now I think of it आर्ट्स बहुत अच्छा cool subject है यार. मतलब अभी भी क्या कर रहे हो? तेरा आधा जो क्या जो भी बकचोदी है वो कहाँ से आ रही है?
It's the creativity and the arts.
Whatever like you know whatever happening around. So yeah that. And it can teach us like some good civic sense also. So I think history is very important. Like whatever arts is very important. तो वो लिया नहीं. And then one teacher once, and I was doing all this. Now what do you do to stay away from class? You start doing some activities. ये कर ले तो. इसमें competition, debate में चले गए. कुछ आता नहीं है.
बस क्लास में.
I would like to say.
I'm for the
random shit.
Did you do like group GD वगैरह वो सब?
हाँ, that also. I've been to like different schools and also you get opportunity to go and see the private school kids. You know the skirts are shorter.
Yeah.
You know so that becomes like a very big deal.
मेरे को हर GD में जाना है.
तो केवी वालों का तो लगे अरे यार वो सेंट थॉमस की लड़कियां देखी है तुमने. It's all like that, right? That's how the school life is taking you.
Yeah.
You have no control over it. And then you go to different schools. You are never interacting because हम राजपूत कॉलेज से नहीं है, you know, या जो भी है. So then one fine day I started. I think I was getting on stage and this teacher says that you know तू यही कर तू इसी में अच्छा है. And you're like.
Was that like supposed to be an insult? Or?
Yeah, insult. Okay, you know.
Oh, I thought she meant it as a compliment.
No.
It was an encouragement.
Yeah.
पढ़ाई स्कूल वूल में ऐसा
वो सब तो तेरे लिए नहीं है.
Then you took it.
Like I took it to like ये सही बात बोली यार टीचर ने, you know. I should do this only.
Yeah.
तो वैसे उसके बाद then I thought कि हाँ अब मैं एक्टिंग करूँगा और फिर करता रहा like whatever I could do. But main मुद्दा यही हुआ था बकचोदी से ही शुरू हुई थी.
हाँ.
All of it.
वही होता है. आई फील लाइक दैट्स द टाइम, दैट्स द परफेक्ट टाइम फॉर यू टू रियलाइज कि ठीक है भाई 11 12 तो इट गोज. मतलब तुम साइंस लो आर्ट्स लो जो भी लो चला जाता है. सब क्लियर तो कर ही देते हैं. ऐसे कम लोग होते हैं जो हु विल फेल इन 12th. वी हैव अ फ्रेंड हु इज नॉट हियर.
He failed in 12th.
Our boy
member is a 12th.
बोर्ड में फेल हो गया वो.
12th he took
बोर्ड ना.
हाँ, he took 2 attempts.
He's the original 12th fail.
He passed but
before it was cool.
He failed in like the most random subjects if I'm not wrong.
So
Geography I was.
My point of saying that is like वो clear हो जाता है, but I think within that 1-2 year window you figure out ठीक है इसके आगे क्या मतलब.
There's a switch I feel once you figure out what
मुझे
you
तो
want to
डॉक्टर
do.
बनना था.
Then what happened?
Then in 11th I started chilling. 11th 12th I started chilling. फिर
कहाँ ये सब
पढ़ाई में इंटरेस्ट
पढ़ाई।
थोड़ा कम हो गया. Then I was like ठीक है अभी चल 12th is done. Now if I want to go do this, it's going to be 5 to 7 to 8 years of intense studying, which I really don't want to do. Like I don't want to study anymore. और उसके आगे if I make it also, if I go through this, it's going to be 30 years of sitting in a clinic. It's a noble job and you will help society and people, but I don't know if I want that life of being in the same place every day. Then you...
And when did this happen? How old were you?
When I had this realization, 11, 12th के time पे.
Not bad. I think that's a perfect time to have that realization. I seriously feel like, you know, क्योंकि उस time पे अगर आ गया ना,
Yeah.
हाँ
ये
bro.
enlightenment की, okay, what is it? How are you looking at your life?
Yeah.
Then I think you will know what to do. आधी problem ही है कि people, I think students or whatever, I think at least in my time, I used to always say that I had no clue what can I do if I don't become a engineer, doctor, lawyer, or
Those four
five
professions,
professions.
The top 4.
I didn't know I could become a chef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, for example, like I
Yeah.
would love being a chef, or I would love being a bartender.
Hmm.
Later, I thought in life that what do I like to do? I like cooking food. I like interacting with people. I like creating something, and also like probably setting the mood for my audience.
Like entertainment.
Right, entertain. Yeah, so food also becomes a mode of entertainment where I'm
Correct.
like setting the mood, they're happy.
Correct.
If I'm a bartender, I'm making like amazing cocktails.
Yes.
And I'm like interacting with people. So that both the professions would have served the same thing.
Yeah.
And if I wanted to take it more like method acting wale space mein, then I should have become a lawyer. Because lawyers are like really method actors.
Yeah.
You know? Like they have to really like,
Yeah. True.
know the logics
True.
and the facts and everything and then make fool of you.
Yeah.
So matlab,
But knowing it is one thing, presenting it is another.
Good.
I've
Lawyers, no?
lawyers, yeah, I've met a couple of
All
lawyers
that?
now. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's a performance in court.
of course
Yes.
it is. Of course it is. And that's when I realized that actually lawyers have to be very good actors.
Yeah.
And they have the same thing about like they will do what is that shadow practice.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you'll read your lines. Like actors also do that, no? You read your lines. I mean, I don't do it, but I'm just saying like people have do it that way. You're looking at the mirror and you're practicing lines and you're saying it out loud and you're stressing on the right word and all of that. And lawyers do the same thing.
Right. For the judge, they do it.
Same thing. With
Yeah.
judge के लिए public के लिए भी ना. इस पीछे like whatever like media भी बैठी हुई है. So it will like be convincing for both parties.
Right.
India, I don't know if they have the jury system where there's
No, they
like
don't.
we don't have, no? But abroad I've seen where there's like 10,
Yeah.
15 people and you have to convince them.
Yeah.
And they are normal people.
Normal
They're
people.
human beings.
Correct.
So no matter how unbiased,
So it's a stage play.
yeah.
And that's why I think these these courtroom dramas
Yeah.
are always a good content to consume.
Yeah.
कि
Yeah.
आपको पता है कि असली चल रहा है बट ये लोग एक्टिंग कर रहे हैं इट्स वेरी नाइस
Yeah.
सो हाँ मतलब आई थिंक ये सारी चीज़ें कोई पहले बोल दे ना थिंग्स 8, 9, 10th में
But
तो
now
easy हो
it's
जाता है
changed, I feel like.
I think a good way to go about it is just try to picture your life and how you want, like how do you want a day in your life to go, and then maybe look, like filter the careers that will let you live like that. For example, if you are someone who doesn't want to be stagnant in one place, then being a doctor or being jobs that require to remain in one place is not ideal. For me, I knew that I wanted to have freedom to work from anywhere, and I was always interested in computers and just being on the computer figuring. So I studied IT. I was like, yeah, at least I learn about computers, then I can do this anywhere.
करेक्ट
मैंने बोला उसमें करता हूँ, which is good. I think it's a filtering out
You
process
should know
more
what
than
you
picking
don't want
one.
to do. I feel like that's the best way to select what you want to do आगे जाके.
But to have that thought as a kid, I feel like that's
That's
huge.
what I'm saying. It's quite.
Yeah.
It's not an easy task.
Yeah. No
Now
one
that I
really.
think of it, I'm like, yeah, thank God my, like, you know, the child side of me had some clarity.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been very difficult to like, you know, sustain and maintain or whatever, do
Yeah.
whatever you
Yeah.
want. It's
और
not
ये
easy.
भी now that while I was saying this, I realized this not everyone can do this because first of all, I had no family pressure.
Right. That's the biggest one.
My
I feel.
parents said do
That's
whatever you
amazing.
want.
You're very lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's very rare. They were like, why figure out kar le? If you don't want to, we will help you and tell you keep do this. But my dad, I think, had told me whatever you pick to study, study till the end. He's like PhD tak kar. तेरे को जो करना है, but do it till the end and become very good at it. He's like, if you need guidance, I can tell you this field is good, go here, go there. But he's like, all I ask is कि you pick it and
go all in.
Go all in. बस. So, but a lot of people don't have that. Most people don't have that. तो अगर parents बोल रहे हैं engineering करो तो मतलब करो. Fees भी वही दे रहे हैं ना. How do you?
It's basically that. I mean, yeah, that's the thing.
Like नहीं करना है. Like यही करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah.
Then you have to fight with your dad. कि
Then you
घर
have
छोड़
to be
के
really
जा
good at something to be able to put a point across.
तब भी नहीं हो पाए.
नहीं होगा.
It's
नहीं
very
होगा?
hard.
All these kids who are good at sports.
How do you
हाँ.
convince a man who's paying for you that you are more talented?
Yeah. When did that switch happen for you though? मतलब when
I
did
think
you?
recently, man.
Really?
Recently, yeah. With me and my dad, maybe a few years back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, बड़ा मुश्किल होता है ना, like for a middle class government job guy to accept it that his son is actually an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And उसकी movies आ रही हैं, and it's a very unreal thing. So I think they're still warming up to that.
But you've been doing movies for such a long time.
Yeah, but वो it's like that कि हाँ तो क्या हो गया? Career थोड़ी बन गया.
Bro, it's not. There's a lot of different factors also. So some parents, when they have expectations. I hope my son is making this much money. Some people have that money to should be there, but we want respect also from society. Like for a lot of people, that's a big deal. Like even for my dad, he was like, you can become a businessman and make as much money as you want, but he kept pushing me slightly to become a doctor or go in the medical field because he was like, doctors को respect मिलती है. But for me, that wasn't that big a deal. For a kid, they don't care. Respect or ये society का ये वो, you don't care. I was like, I want to make good money and live a good life. That's all I wanted.
They basically wanted respect for themselves.
Yeah.
कि मेरा बेटा
हमारा बेटा डॉक्टर है, हमारा बेटा इंजीनियर है, हमारे बेटे के पास 3 BHK, 2 BHK. It's always that.
They want to be able to say my son is a doctor. And in Iran, though, it's a very big deal that if you are a doctor, everyone calls you doctor.
Oh wow.
If you are an engineer, that becomes like your
and if you're a lift boy?
If you're a
lift boy?
What boy?
Lift boy.
Lift boy, then I'm afraid.
No respect for you in Iran.
Iran is in the place.
So yeah, that's how it is. Like if you become a doctor, you're Dr. Abhishek. That's it. Like that is attached to your name all the time. So it's a big deal.
Here also, in movies we see that a lot. Dr. Saab.
Dr.
In
Saab.
movies?
Or generally in life also. If somebody's doctor.
Yeah, if you get a PhD.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to compare, I think in Iran, doctors get much more respect. Even engineers. Like here, though, every second person is an engineer.
Come on.
I'm also an engineer. Prashant is an engineer.
So actually 2 out of always 4 people in this room.
But all engineers are not doing anything
Nothing
with
to do
regards
with
to engineering.
The thing is,
all my friends.
All your friends have nothing to do with engineering.
Nothing.
That's
They're
because
all like
we're not the
like
best in our field, no? Like quite honestly.
You are in particular not.
Yeah.
There are people who...
What engineering have you done?
Electronics and telecommunications.
This is something which is so common these days.
That's what I'm saying.
4 years, right?
Yeah.
Barbad.
हाँ, पर वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, like I feel only the people who graduate from like an IIT or like a very prestigious thing, they are serious about it.
No, my friend I'm talking about is from IIT.
Oh, the one who lives there.
Yeah, who lives there. Who's doing something else now.
The thing with engineering is to be an actual engineer, you have to be a very good engineer.
Yeah.
Because let's say you're a civic engineer, you're building the country.
Very true.
So you can't just clear engineering and become a civic engineer. You lose your job within a week. Whereas
it's like being an actor. Everybody wants to be an actor, but very few will become an actor eventually.
See, I could go to FTII. I could do whatever. But that doesn't make me an actor.
Correct.
It's the same with...
Damn, but because I think parents would think that कि अगर इंजीनियर बना दिया तो बन जाएगा. और जो लड़का जो इंजीनियरिंग कर रहा है उसको भी ये लग रहा है ना कि now I'm going to become an engineer, but it's like
but
what
that
if
piece of paper doesn't mean you've become something.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Like with parents, I think most of them are like कि engineering अगर कर लिया तो he will do something.
Yeah.
It used to be the safe route पहले
Yeah.
कि हाँ उसको अभी डेस्क जॉब तो मिल जाएगा.
At one point, engineering meant 35,000 a month.
Yeah.
This is exactly that. Desk job is, I think, what probably my father was looking in terms of stability.
Yeah, ki safety.
Desk job is basically
Yeah.
stability.
Yeah,
Stability.
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, fine, you're doing roles. Okay, fine, you're doing this and that. But are you stable for like next 20, 30 years?
Right. Can you
know?
sustain yourself?
And will you have retirement money?
Hmm.
Because their mind is only thinking about that, the saving, retirement money, pension kahan se aayega? Because I'm getting pension from the government.
Yeah.
Who's going to give you pension tomorrow if you're a,
Yeah.
irrelevant actor? Now what? So I think that's why they're never very settled.
It comes from a place of concern only.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Think about how inefficient of a system this is, that to get a desk job, you have to become an engineer first.
Yeah.
Like, how does... अगर हमें desk job वाले let's train them at that only, from the beginning.
correct
Like, why are we teaching them all this irrelevant shit? Physics क्यों पढ़ रहा है?
Recently आया ना कोई news में कि some UP में there was this peon की job की नौकरी थी, and there were 3,000 or 300
Like a lot of people
candidates
had lined up.
300 candidates had PhD degree.
Damn, to be a peon.
Yeah.
This is the world we live in
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, I think the way to like battle this or fix this is like we have to make very specific courses
For specific jobs, yeah.
to teach skills which are required for a specific job. कि अगर तुम्हें stability ही चाहिए और तुम्हें मालूम है कि ये job करना है, तो just go study that and do that. Because if you want to...
But that clips your wings, no?
I think that's what the diploma courses are. I mean, I'm just diploma वो जो होता है
Yeah,
वो
you're
वही है
right.
ना
Yeah.
कि
Yeah,
and you do
specific.
that for
That's
6
not
months. one
encouraged
year.
at all, na?
Of course not.
It's looked down upon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's looked down upon.
कि it's not a degree.
Yeah.
कि तुमने degree नहीं किया, तुमने diploma किया.
You guys have your degrees?
I graduated.
Somewhere
I
at
didn't
home.
get my
I
degree.
don't have it.
I don't know.
I didn't
what
go
do
and
you
get
mean
it.
you don't have it?
I don't have it. I never gave my third year exam.
Oh, you dropped
you
out.
never
Yeah, I dropped out.
of.
I dropped out as in I just
Can,
I overslept. Actually, my friend called me and he's like, "कहाँ है?" I'm like, "मैं सो रहा हूँ." And then I didn't feel like giving exam. Then I went and wrote, "I boycott exams."
Damn,
In the
That's what
answer
I did.
sheet.
Yeah.
You,
I did that.
Delhi was in you, I guess. by
Yeah,
that time
totally.
fully.
Yeah. That time I was like Kabir Singh.
Were you acting by then? Or were you?
Yeah, I was acting by then.
Yeah?
So
You had
we
started?
we started theatre and plays and तो दिमाग खुल गया and कि लगा कि यार शेक्सपियर की कहानियों से क्या जवाब मैं क्यों दूँ तो मेरी खुद की इंटरप्रिटेशन है why should I satisfy your interpretation and stuff like that
Right.
bullshit. But yeah, that's why I didn't give the exams, and then I tried to
What
con
were you
my
studying?
dad.
I don't think you mentioned. What
English
were you-
honors.
English honors, हाँ.
बाद में कॉलेज में जाके मैं समझ गया that now I can't do. Now the thing is that once I had the ECA admission quota thing, I could choose anything. I was like,
Can choose your course.
choose your course. I could do Eco honors, which was like 99 percentile.
Oh.
I could do BCom honors. I could do whatever. Of course, computers, science or something like that. I don't know why. Because of peer pressure, I said science. Science बोल के आ गया. Then मैं हाँ ठीक है science, no problem. I went back home. I told my dad, mom, science ले लिया. They're very happy. I went to my study room, and then I see किताबें पढ़े.
And you see the books.
I see those fat books. I'm like, fuck, how am I going to do this? Like, how is it going to happen? Then I decided no. I went back. Thankfully, our theatre advisor, like the professor who was in charge of the entire theatre group and who was basically managing the theatre group since many years, is Keval Arora. So he happened to be an English honors professor. So thankfully, I went and told him that I don't want science. But please give me English honors. Because I thought कि सबसे easy होगा. English मेरे नंबर ठीक ठाक आते थे, स्टोरी वोरी पढ़नी होती थी, उसमें रॉबिन हुड की कहानी ये सब बता दो. Whatever, English in school was very easy.
It was considered at least.
Yeah, it was.
निकाल लेंगे.
हाँ,
वैसा
निकाल
वाला
लेंगे
scene.
ऐसा कुछ ऐसा डिफिकल्ट नहीं था. I thought कि हाँ यार अपना. And he said कि fine, you can join English honors, and that really helped because I anyways to love stories. So for me, reading all these classics of Shakespeare, Webster, and all of that, like Agatha Christie, and we just got so much knowledge from all those writers, and that helped me in my theatre also. In some ways, I was using that in the plays we were doing, and the kind of culture we had was that we used to always adapt classical plays into contemporary plays.
Right.
तो ऐसा नहीं कि मतलब वो वैसे ही एक्टिंग चल रही, will make it Indianize, will make it adapt to the society we're living in and then perform. So all of that gave me also a lot of courage and also gave me that confidence in life. So that's why I thought कि बिना एग्जाम के करते हैं, डिग्री नहीं चाहिए, because once I have the degree I'll have that कल को you never know if I feel demotivated and I want to run away from Bombay, then what? I don't have an option now.
Oh, so you were like, I'm cutting off the parachute and I'm jumping without.
I did that. I had to.
When did you move to Bombay?
2009. Yeah, 9.
So you came to Bombay to become an actor?
To become an actor, but essentially when I told my friends, I told them actually that I'm coming to Bombay to chill. That was my first, how do you put it? I think the first reason I wanted to be in the city was to just be in the city. And make friends and party and like just have fun, because that's how I think I always saw it. Because of my dad's transferable job, for me it was very easy to like move from one city to another city, make friends, and then I came here with my girlfriend and her friend. So we used to like we shared one like apartment together. So वो चला, फिर breakup हो गया.
Then who had to move out? You had to move out, I guess.
Yeah, I mean I had to.
Should have kicked both of them out.
Actually, we just like, I had to, and we dissolved the agreement in 6 months, and then I took money from her also. पैसे दो मुझे.
Of course.
Whatever, like, yeah, मतलब.
What were you doing for money around that time?
Money. I was doing some odd jobs. I used to do. Actually, casting became like a part-time job for me.
Okay.
So that's how I started. Yeah, that's how I started everything, like casting assistant. And उसमें भी like that was just like a part-time job. पता था कि actor तो बनना ही है, वो तो हो ही जाएगा. So like how you guys are with friends, I has to do it with my friends, casting. So that बकचोदी भी continue रहे, काम भी कर रहे हैं, ये चल रहा है, all of that. And then it took like a lot of years. You didn't realize at that time that it's going to take so much time. But then once you're in the groove, you're earning, and you are like figuring your day-to-day life. First car, Santro aa gayi, and all of that is coming through casting. It's very difficult to give that up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because suddenly when somebody was like, but you came here to be an actor and why aren't you like going and giving auditions? I'm like, yeah, but how will I sustain myself by just giving auditions? Because my dad is not going to give me or fund me. He can whatever he can, but I don't think I can.
I won't be enough.
You don't want to also take that.
नहीं मैं लेता था 4-5 हज़ार रुपए, ऐसा नहीं है.
अच्छा.
महीने का. मुझे तो ऐसा कोई शर्म नहीं है. अगर मेरे पापा के पास ज्यादा होता तो मैं लेता.
Okay.
और होता तो
मैं बिल्कुल लेता. Why not? Like I always say that कि क्या problem है, पापा से तो ले रहा हूँ मैं.
Yeah.
But
that is actually something that even I think about. कि the only reason I stopped taking is because I felt like नहीं है तो
पूछना is not right.
Like वो arrange कर देगा कैसे? He loves me. I'm his son. He'll do it for me. But
what are the sacrifices?
He's done enough.
Exactly. After a point, you're like, okay, now I don't need that money.
Yeah.
Like when I bought the Santro, I made him do the down payment, and I told him कि loan का EMI मैं संभाल लूँगा. So that was, I think, the first responsibility as a son I took घर पे. So वो हुआ था मेरा. So that's how I think I started. And then casting continued, and we were like killing it.
What were you casting for around this time, like at the start?
Once Upon a Time in Mumbai. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
That.
But at the start only all of this was happening?
Yeah. I was an associate to a senior casting director, Gautam.
But how did you get to do that? Like in the first place, when you moved here, जब नए थे आप?
हाँ, अच्छा. So basically in Delhi, when I was like, again, I was quite a hustler. I was quite a hustler in the theatre circuit also. Okay. So I had many friends, and then one of my friend Anmol, he's my partner now. He told me that there's Devdi ka audition chal raha hai. And they're looking for actors. Why don't you just go and give an audition? I'm like, yeah, that's great. Or cast to kar hi lenge. All of that. That's amazing confidence you have when you're in Delhi. तो जाएंगे फाड़ देंगे ले लेंगे ऐसा.
But you were a good actor at that time.
Yeah. I was quite a famous actor in my university days. Like because my plays were all hit. और हम players जो था हमारा college group, it was like a
players.
No, not that plans.
But I'm sure like if you had a nice theatre group in Delhi and you've called it players.
Players, yeah, it was quite a popular one. And we used to always win in all the competitions, Bits Pilani, Mood Eye.
So you knew that I'm a good actor, मतलब.
Yeah.
Okay.
मतलब audience बोल रही तो मान लेता था.
हाँ. नहीं, क्योंकि like usually from what I've seen and heard is actors at the start they're very insecure in the struggling days कि तुम audition जा रहे हो.
No, I had no insecurity.
हाँ.
I had this city made me insecure.
Till then you were like a
I
raja.
had no insecurity. I had no insecurity about anything. How I look, मेरे बाल कैसे हैं, मैं क्या कपड़े पहनता हूँ. I had no insecurity. I just want I thought that I'm here and I'm going to kill it. और देवडी का जब ऑडिशन था तब भी मुझे लगा मेरा ऑडिशन बहुत अच्छा गया. You know,
This was in Delhi or
this was Delhi. But the casting director GK Gautam, he said that यार इसमें तेरा होगा नहीं. Vasan Bala in fact was the associate. Vasan that Jigra.
Yeah, the Jigra,
director. So he told me that, you know what, you're a good actor. You can give cues for me. When you come to Bombay, let me know. And that was like the होता ना कि पहला एक दिल्ली में आपको एक नौकरी का scope है. That too with a guy who's working with Anurag Kashyap, who's like,
right.
that time he was like God for all of us. You know, he's made Black Friday and no, I think Gulal, वो सब भी बन गई थी. 5 भी देख ली थी हमने. तो he was too big for us. And I came to Bombay. और वही 3-4 महीना I went for all those auditions and all that. I'm like, ये नहीं हो पाएगा यार. This is not happening. ये like it's really like almost like I think cattle are treated better sometimes in those kind of spaces. So then I'm like, ये नहीं कर पाऊंगा मैं. But I thought कि okay, but I have seen another guy casting and he was not so disrespectful. Why are these people so disrespectful towards, not only for me, it was not for me, it was more for
the masses.
Yeah, everybody.
Just the whole culture or just like the environment was
the
a little like...
environment was very like, you know, कि वो, do you guys know about this thing about like in the morning 5 a.m. 6 a.m. there are labours on the roads.
They
and
wait
there
on
are
the
trucks
road.
and you know, they come, they put the labours, counting खत्म हो गई चले जाते हैं. It was almost a situation like that. Or at least now when I look at it, probably it just, it feels like that. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do this. I know that I have to respect myself first. And only then I can respect my work. So then I thought I'll call him. And I called him and he gave me the job. And that job I shared with my girlfriend. So that was before breakup. So वही, and I'm somebody who always needs a friend. I'm not somebody who can, solo वाला मेरा हूँ नहीं, traveler भी नहीं हूँ मैं. I think I'm better, I'm more productive when I'm with a friend. So because she was familiar to me and we both used to work, so I started enjoying that and used to share salaries. और फिर breakup के बाद मैंने तो थोड़ा कम salary दिया था.
Pay cut हुआ क्या उसका?
Hey man.
So oh God, things we do for job man.
Job है वो.
काम की बात हो रही
है. बॉम्बे काम करने आए थे यार.
Yeah, chill करने तो नहीं आए थे.
So from there on, it just continued. Like I kept doing casting. I kept. From there, I think I got a call for Dirty Picture. हाँ, breakup के बाद I wanted to leave the city also because I was too much in love. No यार.
How long were you?
Yo,
3 years.
made it seem ऐसा very casual now.
Yeah.
You're just like,
नहीं, it's after breakup it's always casual.
I
bro.
mean that all, you guys were living together.
Yeah,
so
of
it's
course, we were very
attachment
yeah,
is-
there's a lot of attachment and all that, and then the shit happened, and then I wanted to leave Bombay because I thought that मुंबई यार दिल वाली बात नहीं है. दिल्ली में ना एक्चुअली आई रियली फील दैट दिल्ली में ज़्यादा प्यार वाला सिचुएशन ना वहाँ बनता है. बॉम्बे में आई डोंट थिंक इट्स अ वेरी पीपल कॉल इट रोमांटिक सिटी बट आई थिंक दिल्ली इज अ मोर रोमांटिक सिटी.
I think maybe there's just too much.
Too much happening for romance.
भाई टाइम ही नहीं है रोमांस करने
वही इधर नहीं है. सब कंप्लेन कर
If
रहे
my
हैं.
girlfriend lives in Andheri, I'll meet her once a week. How will I come to Andheri?
Is she happy with that?
No, I'm saying
No,
if
he's saying if.
hypothetical girlfriend.
Hypothetically, she would not be happy.
Yeah, of course she won't be happy. Yeah,
But that's
like,
the
what the
line.
fuck,
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah.
Or
Living in
see,
a
the problem with this city, if it's a problem, it's a blessing at the same time. You don't know. Work is happening at all times.
Work takes
Yeah.
takes
ऐसा नहीं है कि
precedence.
these are my work hours.
Yeah.
Work is happening. This is work. Work
Yeah,
is happening
exactly.
right
And
now.
your meeting is also work, na?
For
Going
us,
and
work
meeting
itself
somebody,
is very different.
or you're
Yeah,
calling somebody.
Yeah.
That 1 hour call or half an hour call is also work.
It's work
You
for
can't
you,
say
yeah.
that I'm free at home.
Yeah.
वो होता नहीं है बॉम्बे में.
True.
तो मेरा तुम भैया एकदम दिल विल टूट गया. हम लगे मैं जाता हूँ बॉम्बे वापस जाता हूँ. शिरडी साईं बाबा के पापा मम्मी आ रहे थे कि बिफोर गोइंग विल गो देयर एंड देन विल गो. The one night before I got a call from one of the chief assistant directors on Once Upon a Time Mumbai, Keith Gomes. He calls me and is like, अरे तू एक casting करेगा क्या? I'm like, मैं तो जा रहा हूँ. कहता अरे नहीं एक पूरी फिल्म की casting करनी है. And he was basically giving me an offer of being a casting director on a film. It's a huge deal.
It's like the biggest one you've had yet, right?
Huge deal, right? Sanjay Dutt, Irfan Khan, Knockout बोल के एक film थी. It was like I think the remake of Phone Booth, Colin Farrell's Phone Booth. So then I like this is साईं बाबा ने बोला है तो मतलब कुछ होगा. And I
You were in Shirdi Award when you got this call?
Just one night before going to Shirdi. But of course वो बन जाता है ना कि
you
तो कल ही जा रहे थे साईं बाबा ने बोला काम आ गया मतलब भाई
अब तो जाना ही पड़ेगा.
तो जाना ही पड़ेगा.
अब कैसे नहीं जाएंगे?
I took the bus back because I had to do the meeting. I didn't do the Shani Shignapur. वो नहीं करा मैंने बस. So we had to do the entire thing. So then of course I started doing that job and then after that I kept getting work. And I was your age only, 24, 25. तो उस age में I was working with big directors. You know, you have the power to actually cast an actor. I mean, whatever sort of power you had. So those are good feelings. Then you felt कि ठीक है ना यार ये करते हैं ना अच्छा लग रहा है. Why not? Acting का भी देखेंगे, try करेंगे and all of that. And I was giving auditions, but I was getting rejected from everywhere.
Could you cast yourself?
I tried, but didn't happen. Na.
Okay.
See, that's what time होता है.
You said no to yourself also. Like
No, I didn't say no to myself, but I actually never auditioned for any project which I was casting for. I never did that. I never, because you see, the thing is, it's very easy to say. Now you got a job. Okay, that guy is seeing you as something. Engineer. तू उसको बोले सर engineer छोड़ो मैं ना ये actually I'm more interested in making music with you. And he's like अबे यार कैसा आदमी है यार
जाके light fix कर.
it's like I've never looked at you like that.
To change the perception is different.
I hate it when a girl says
Yeah,
that.
when a girl
I never looked at you like that. It was the same. It's very embarrassing.
It is, yeah.
It can work. It can work.
But it's a
The
risky
worst,
move.
the worst she can say is no. It's like that.
No, she can say a lot worse than that.
So I didn't want to taint.
It can work. It takes time.
Yeah.
Correct. It took time. I didn't want to taint my image.
Yeah.
So I thought कि यार ये सब नहीं करता हूँ, काम करता हूँ. But then of course when again Gautam came back in my life while I was also a casting director myself, he wanted to cast for a few projects and I thought I'll go and assist him. And I think it's a very, normal thing where you go and assist your seniors even if you have become a director or whatever.
Right.
Because that happens in Hollywood all the time. Like, people work with each other, they become EPs, they become whatever, script supervisors of their friends and the big directors like George Lucas, Coppola and all of them. So now, मेरे लिए वही था. And there I, of course, when you have a senior, then you can tell the senior, कि यार, देखो ना, can you get me this role and all that. But when I didn't get when I didn't get selected even that project, that hit me bad. I'm like, I'm casting for 6-7 years and here I'm working with a director who knows me, who is familiar with me. And even he's not taking me as an actor, then there's something which I need to do. There's some problem. Because probably मेरे acting skills उतने अच्छे नहीं है जो मुझे लग रहा था. Now the insecurity started coming in. Now you start to look at yourself in a different way. Now you're like, shit, are you not made for this city? Was this all a dululu? All of that. Like you're just thinking and you're trying to find answers. And Nidhi Bish, my friend from TVF, she calls me and she's like, I want to give you an audition for Bhati pictures. And I'm like, I'm not coming for auditions. Yes, so finally I gave the audition. And that particular character, I think I just changed the way I would act. And I did some readjustments. And I think it's very important to sometimes readjust whatever you're doing because you'll find a different rhythm. And I found a very interesting rhythm to my acting. And that's how Bhati happened. And Tu Bhi Ere became very popular. It didn't do anything for me career-wise. But it did a lot to me confidence-wise. The actor in me was back. I was like, चलो मैंने एक लाइन में इतने लोगों को मतलब इम्प्रेस किया है तो मैं अगर बड़ा लाइन बोलूँगा तो क्या होगा मैं और बड़ा सीन करूँगा तो क्या होगा. And that's how once the confidence comes back, I think then an actor is set. Because half your life you're actually fighting yourself. Because you're doubting yourself. Am I good? Am I not? Am I good? Am I not? Especially when you're like, trying to make it in the city, when you're hustling, you don't have any support. You're just trying to think about that. Are you good enough? Till people start calling you good and then again you're doubting. And you're like, pakka kya? Sach mein you're good or what? Is it a fluke? You're telling yourself only.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing that after a point you have to just like go and do clamping.
Is it also one of the things that contributes to that is because you're constantly seeing so many other people doing different things. So even if you're not the say jealous kind or ये वो subconsciously अरे इसने ये कर दिया इसने ये इसको ये मिल गया ये कर रहा है अरे I'm better यार I feel like why is he getting or like वैसा होता है in all industries I think in this entertainment
of course
industry
होता है यार of course होता है also because you're getting like that public love ना so
वो validation में
the validation you're getting then you're like अरे he's getting that validation why am I not getting the validation what is it about him which is better or all that is very common I feel and that's what makes you little insecure I think that's why actors are always called insecure because we are so vulnerable about what is the problem with us that we are not getting a particular thing on set and the other actor is getting apart from say stardom ठीक है वो आए तो यू एक्सेप्ट कि हाँ ये बहुत बड़ा स्टार है तुम नहीं हो तुम खुश हो बट अगर कोई लगता है कि यार ये उतना बड़ा स्टार नहीं है तुम भी उतना बड़ा स्टार नहीं हो बट व्हाई is this actor getting more opportunities as a performer why am I not getting so usme problem hote then actors become like oh yaar so that's why I think that vulnerability is always there within an actor which is very difficult to I think let go
but
of
is the whole circuit very toxic because of this where there's just comparison constantly between two people and then like you said ki, let's say you and I are at the same level and then you're getting more opportunities though I'll just be jealous the whole time. Is that like a usual thing ki most of the people are very toxic when it comes to this?
No, I think those who are working now, I feel they've figured out a way or a device to not let them, not let it affect them.
Okay.
Because I think that's very important. You have to be very, very thick-skinned. This is not a weak mind's profession.
It's not as easy as it looks.
No, it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. In fact, the first opportunities are still like, once you get your first opportunity, you're like, oh, this happened now. You have to sustain that. And sustain in terms of an actor also, an artist also, and also as a public personality. So to also think about where you're going from it. Because I think the biggest problem would be if you are in a void, where you're an actor, but you're just like, in a loop. कहीं पहुंच नहीं रहे हो. That's the most scary part.
Right. When your career is not linear.
And it's plateaued or what?
Plateau is okay, bro. Plateau, I think people have this wrong perception of plateauing. Like if you're going somewhere, if your plateau is high enough, that's the best plateau to have because then that means you're consistent. Or whether you like it or not, you always have a ceiling. The toxicity I think comes from a place where you feel like I deserve to be somewhere that I'm not. Why am I not getting there? You will get there eventually if you are working hard enough.
If you're working exactly. It's directly reciprocal to that. Nothing else. For people who are watching, I think a lot of this is more like towards the entertainment industry because I don't know if it's the same in all career paths, right? Because that's a different thing and I have no experience in it. I've never had a job, I've never been in a corporate. So I don't know whether these rules apply there also, but in entertainment, it has a lot to do with you mostly. Because you will have the other people, the team, ye wo hoga, PR hoga, they will push you, but I think now even more with movies, people who are great actors are getting more work. Yes.
It's changed a bit.
It's because the audience has changed, na? That's what I am saying. Because probably when I was an audience, when I was your age, I used to watch a lot of movies and I used to say, अरे क्या बना रहे हैं यार, है ना? वो होता था हमारे टाइम से मतलब बहुत बार ऐसा होने शुरू हो गया था. that certain kind of cinema was not appealing to us anymore. And when those kind of films were like also earning a lot of money, we used to always wonder कि क्या problem है. Like problem is with us or what? कि शायद हम ही गधे हैं, इंडिया को यही चाहिए. Now suddenly we see that there's a difference. इंडिया को अब वो चाहिए जो हम शायद सर्व नहीं कर पा रहे regularly.
Yeah,
That's a very scary point also, but also that's a great thing because now we know probably that eventually the industry will have to cater to the consumers.
Yeah.
तो eventually बनाना तो वही पड़ेगा जिससे कि यार you guys also come and watch movies in theaters or watch OTT shows as you said that it should not become वो चीज़ कि यार वहाँ से आया है तो खराब ही होगा, माल खराब होगा. We have to come to a point where कुछ हो और बोले कि नहीं अब वहाँ से आ रहा है मतलब ठीक ठाक आ रहा है यार, कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग आ रहा है. The engagement I feel जो probably we have failed or probably we have failed to connect the youth to the kind of cinema we are making, वो engagement और बढ़ेगी धीरे धीरे यहाँ से. That's what I feel.
There's a lot of factors that play a role in that. One is people have exposure now to everything. So if I don't want to watch something that's made in India because I don't think it's good enough for whatever reason, I can go watch Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Right? Before I didn't have that option unless I downloaded it or got some pen drive किधर से तो भी फिर भी I have to be an English speaker to understand it.
More barriers.
Now
earlier.
the same platform that is giving you the Indian shows is giving you all the American shows. So you're competing.
Yeah, of course. Now that's why I say that we're competing with the world. Now it is no
level has been upped. And one thing that I really appreciate about new movies, new shows is that the ones that are working, it's always the story is great.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a very good metric to like determine what does well and what. If a story is good, it's good.
Yeah.
बस वही. It's like story should always be king, I think.
वही होना चाहिए, and I think that's what I think. Eventually, we are, as you said, we're a creative industry, right? So there has to be creativity, and there can't be only formulas, and which has been like I think the main reason why you see a rise of a lot of new writers or new directors or new actors. We need new voices basically. और अगर कड़क हिंदी शो या हिंदी फिल्म होगा, the audience, no matter how much we are watching South American or Spanish shows or Brit or American shows, will always go to that first.
Yeah.
Because that's our core, right?
Connect
कुछ मजा आएगा तो जाके देखेगा आदमी बोलेगा हाँ. It's like Mirzapur.
Yeah.
No matter what, you'll always watch that show.
Yeah.
और मजा आता है जब भी देखते हैं because it feels like हाँ हमने बनाया.
Relatability factor is also there.
Exactly.
Stree also.
Yeah.
Best example I think of what we're talking about. It's like we watched it and now obviously you go into watching Stree to expect fun.
Yeah.
मैं मस्ती के लिए जा रहा हूँ. I watched it, had a lot of fun, good storytelling, great acting by you.
Thank you.
And it was like, man, it's so cool that this was made here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I watched it and I was like, hey, this is like an Indian adventure.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of.
Exactly.
Like our Avengers, like in some way.
I think that's when the first time I read the movie na, I told Amar bhai the same thing. I said कि यार ये आपने बना रहे हो यार proper India's first adventure film. Because we don't have such films. हमारे पास है नहीं यार. Indiana Jones नहीं है हमारे पास.
True.
We don't have those kind of massy जो बच्चे भी देखें, बूढ़े भी देखें, सब देखें. I think Stree is that.
Yeah.
And we used to actually with humor, I think Niren but the writer or Amar Kaushik, but I think we all used to always crack jokes and always ask ourselves कि ये हंसेगी ना young public. So no tacky jokes.
Yeah.
Because पहले क्या होता था कि you can get away with a tacky joke. कोई बहुत ही घटिया joke मार दिया और निकल लिया और लोगों को हंसी आ जाती थी. Now the sense of humor has changed.
Yeah, you can't have a bad joke and
you can't get away with it basically.
Like more exposure to things. Now, if I'm someone who likes humor that is slightly dark, there's many places I can get it from.
Exactly.
So agar you're giving me a Hindi comedy and you want to cater to me, and I said a little dark because I feel like the sense of humor has turned a little dark.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
जिसको हम dank बोलते हैं, dank memes. that is the sense of humor now. And if you as a filmmaker or someone who's working on this is going to give me a comedy, you have to play into that.
Yeah.
So exactly, the writing is also like, I think, वही है कि how you write it, and then after a point of time when you come on set, you decide that you're going to, like, you know, be at your best sense of humor to play out that role. So
Like delivery of the joke and everything.
I think now it matters, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it always mattered, but I think it's very important for you to have a good sense of humor to actually bring out comedy, because it will not come out only through lines. It can never happen.
Yeah.
Especially scene, like, you know, stand-up comedy. When I see, I'm like, okay, Vipul Goel is a very dear friend. I did a show with him, so I've met a lot of other stand-up comedians also. I keep seeing their work, and I realize that's a script,
Yeah.
and you have to, like, you know, memorize it and, you know, say it.
It's an act, like
It's
a
an act,
proper
act, and individually you have to do it. With making scenes, you're also doing it with others. So 4 log और हैं, उनका अलग-अलग rhythm है. So to somehow, like, you know, fit in that. Somehow the 4 actors or 5 actors or 2 actors or whoever are, they have to have a very good chemistry
Right.
Right.
for the scene to really work.
Yeah.
It cannot happen through one man.
Yeah.
एक बंदा नहीं कर सकता वो.
Yeah.
And that's why you need a very strong director. So, and I don't know, comedy movies को हमेशा directors में बोला जाता है कि comedy movies are not considered as high octane creative.
I would
You
say
know,
it's
expression.
I would say it's the
Yeah.
most difficult to pull off.
Of course it is. The staging is very difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to make it play according to the situation is very difficult. Drama you can add, like you can
Yeah.
go, zoom, this, that, and you can add some nice BGM and make the actor just look bad actor
Yeah.
and just like stare at you. And you will start thinking that अरे ये तो बहुत अच्छी acting हो रही है. Like Patalok, whenever I has to get praises, I have to always think यार ऐसा तो मतलब I know there's of course performance, but I always say कि क्या कोई और करता तो भी लोग यही बोलते.
Got it.
You know.
Yeah. Is that
You
why
don't know how
like
to test it.
is that why like the best comedy films, like if whether you look at India or abroad, it's like the same few actors who are
Yeah.
in them.
Yeah, like the best example I think is Priyadarshan, where
Yeah.
I think Hera Fairy.
Hera Fairy, Chupke Chupke.
Yeah.
All
these
is
movies, yeah.
Yeah, they have the same
He has
cast.
his like key
Amazing.
players
Yeah.
who will deliver for sure,
Yeah.
and then now new people keep rotating to like make sure, but the key players are the same.
Yeah.
बाहर भी देखो तो same ही है ना,
Same.
like,
Yeah, it's
like
Adam
Jonah
Sandler
Hill,
only.
Adam Sandler has his
Ben
group.
Stiller
He
and
to
that
has his
entire
group
group,
only,
and then
yeah.
Shasha Khan, you know, all of
Yeah,
them. Yeah. Huh, I think it's a different. I think it's a different talent altogether, and sometimes I feel that maybe it's a natural talent, you know, and
Yeah.
you can't acquire it. Maybe I'm not sure.
Like being funny like that.
Yeah, being
on
I think
your-
it
a
also-
comedy role.
I think it's difficult. I don't know. I don't know how many. I don't think I've met anybody who was not funny earlier and is funny now. It's
Oh.
बहुत कम हुआ है.
It's a very.
Someone
it
who's
also
funny,
has
who's
to
who's
do-
always been funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, na. I mean, I think
No,
so.
you're
हाँ,
right.
क्या
Yeah.
It has to do with your IQ also.
Of course.
Like people with a high
I didn't
IQ
want
are.
to get to that.
Yeah.
नहीं वो तो I think there is research to show that.
So then you can't change
You
that.
can't say all that.
There's certain like skill set तो नहीं बोलूँगा. It's like different skills that you need, I think, for comedy. For example, pattern recognition, I think, is very important in comedy. Because jokes, at the end of the day, there is a structure to jokes.
Yeah.
If you look at your favorite stand-up comedy bits and if you want to dissect them, वो same ही structure में हो रहा है.
Set up punchline.
Setup, punchline, flip हो गया, ये हो गया,
Yeah.
surprise element.
Yeah.
So it's then there's a next level of people who can make you laugh with just their expressions.
Yeah.
Say if you look at Rajpal Yadav, delivery is one thing, but his existence is funny.
Johnny Lever, like that kind
Yeah,
of person
of course,
who's
of
just hilarious just to look at.
वो कैसे सिखाएंगे किसी को? I
Yeah.
don't
You
think-
can't, exactly. You can't
Yeah.
teach that.
Yeah.
नहीं सिखा सकते आप.
That's just him, I think. Well, what's this like on the set for films like this? Is it fun?
What are the
क्या तो,
vibes?
Like what are the काम चल रहा है कि काम?
काम चालू है, like you know you're going to have fun. The only thing I don't like is always the early morning shifts. I'm not a morning person, so for me it's an extra pressure to like be funny and
Switch on in the morning.
switch on in the morning. So like too many coffees, and then you go on set, and then Amar Kaushik, he plays a track like a 90s track, which is more related to the scene we are going to perform. So वो गाने वाने पे फिर नाचते वाचते सब लोग.
Just to loosen up.
Yeah, to loosen up, and then we start our scenes, and sometimes we read the scene and it's very bad. And I'm like, oh no, all of us are doing acting very bad, and we don't know what to do. Then we'll take a step back, think about it, then probably start improvising, and see what can happen. Niren Bhatt, the writer, is also involved. So everybody's involved,
Right.
and trying and creating the scene. And I think we all have good sense of humor. I think the writer, the director, Raj, Pankaj Tripathi, Apar, me, and the DOP also, Jishnuda. That's DOP needs to be I think they also need to be in sync with what is happening.
It's a collective effort all together, right? Everyone's in on it.
Yeah.
The chemistry was too good, but in this movie at least we were all laughing throughout.
Yeah, I'm always looking at the your age group 80s only.
Yeah.
That's the only way you know, right?
Yeah.
That's the only way you know. हमें पता है कि यार चलो, because sense of humor also I think has a क्या बोलते हैं उसको expiry date.
Yes.
The street humor also has a expiry date. जो पहले 80s में चलता था वो भी नहीं चलेगा. Sometimes our parents have a way of narrating a joke, and you'll see कि
I feel it's more to do with delivery.
Exactly.
But also writing, because where does the joke come from?
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
और किस तरह के joke? जैसे अभी मुझे लगता है insulting humor is quite in.
Yeah.
है ना, जो पहले बिल्कुल नहीं था यार.
Yeah.
So suddenly that humor is in, and people are okay taking it.
Yeah.
That's why whenever there is a roast, it's suddenly so popular.
Exactly.
हर कोई roast. That's the new format in which content is being consumed right now.
We can call it bully comedy also.
Yeah, because if the person who's being roasted
he doesn't like it, then
isn't
bullying.
in on the
Exactly.
jokes, that's when when he gets.
So yeah, nice way to roast people.
But I think we are a tougher audience to crack for humor and for comedy.
Yeah.
Because older crowd, they laugh at most things.
They laugh at
Yeah. That is a very basic humor.
Because my generation now, I don't think let's say I'll take an example. Like Tarak Mehta. One of
won't find. Yeah.
I just won't find it funny.
Same here. Tarak Mehta, even I never found it funny. But I know my parents would find it.
Of course.
Yeah,
They'll find
parents
it
love
It's like
that
amazing.
show. Yeah.
Look, I will say it's not funny, but it's only the biggest Hindi show ever.
Yeah, exactly.
How many episodes?
Nothing we say matters.
It's still going. If I'm not
crazy.
wrong.
So, of course it's funny. It can't not be funny, and
It is,
still
but
be the
we
biggest.
don't understand that
Yeah.
humor.
Yeah.
We don't get the humor.
It's
in
not
it.
for us.
Yeah, it's not for us.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Hum Panch was for me. I don't know. Hum Panch is
Yeah.
too funny for me.
That was when we were very young.
Yeah. I was, I think, in my, thoda sa, 10 saal bada tum logon
As
se.
kids, I think we found Golmaal very funny.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Golmaal was top tier.
But have you seen like Rishikesh Mukherjee films? Like
Give me an
old
example.
film like Amitabh Bachchan and Dharmender,
No.
Chupke Chupke.
So
I've
I've seen
watch.
the old Golmaal. I've seen.
You've seen the old Golmaal?
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
It's great. It's
great,
it's
right?
funny. So
So that's what I'm saying. That they were
Huh.
people even in that era doing something different with comedy.
Yeah.
And that comedy was very sabhya family comedy. But it was Chichorapan also.
Yeah.
It had Chichorapan, like Golmaal is a great example.
Yeah.
Where the Amol Palekar.
They go back and forth. There's jokes throughout. The
And
back.
with a mooch only, they convince you that ये दोनों जुड़वा हैं.
हाँ.
Andaz Apna Apna was also.
Andaz
Andaz
Apna.
Apna
That's a
Apna.
cult, bro. That's
Yeah.
a cult है यार.
That's too good.
Yeah. Ishq.
Yeah, Ishq also.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there were many lots of fun. I think we all grew up watching all David Dhawan, you know, the kind of era.
Govinda ke movie.
Era,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
that
yeah.
era was amazing. And then धीरे धीरे वो Priyadarshan ने take over किया. Then
Yes.
we had a बीच में एक gap आया.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel comedy movies का कुछ हो नहीं रहा था. And now
Yes.
suddenly we found a new
There was a dry spell.
kind of voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that was one criticism that Bollywood had, right? The writing, everyone felt कि like it's no one talks like that.
मजा नहीं आ रहा है.
मजा नहीं आ रहा है.
or cliche. Ki Bengali will talk like, "Are Baba, Udi Baba."
Yeah.
Sardar will like, "Oh, Pape," you know.
The stereotypes.
All like blatant stereotypes.
And that will also be joke. So now that was not funny anymore.
तूने joke लिखा है, तूने पर stereotype खेला है. Like the Parsi uncle will say, "Digra."
Digra.
Maro Dikro.
Yeah, even the background music in Tarak for that South Indian guys, ayyo. Like it's just like first thought, bro.
But वही तो है ना कि तू अगर masses के लिए बना रहा है,
हाँ.
तो उनको वही मजा आ रहा है.
उसको
They are losing it at that.
It has to be easy to understand.
Discriminatory humor है वो.
Yeah.
Yeah.
तो
Our parents love it.
They love it. We don't.
Another difference is like if we're watching a movie, we enjoy watching a movie and putting in effort into watching the movie.
Yes.
If you give me a joke that makes me think a bit,
Yeah.
I'm excited by that.
Yeah.
That opens something in my head. But a lot of people who are consuming content on a daily basis, they want to switch off their brain.
Yeah.
तुरंत बताओ. I think the writer and audience relationship is actually, I think it's getting mature. I think even like Deadpool, have you watched Deadpool?
Yeah.
You see, it almost felt like the writers are having a conversation with us.
Yeah. It's always breaking the fourth wall.
The fourth wall was like, not there.
Yeah.
And though it was a movie, though you're watching a character and everything, but the writers are talking to you, not the characters.
Yeah.
That was the best part about Deadpool, I felt. Like, this is a new way of actually looking at screenplays. Where as a screenplay writer or as whatever, like, we are also interacting with the audience, and it's almost like a wink conversation between the writer and the audience.
Right.
Yeah, very subtle, but very funny.
Like, let's stop pretending that. Let's
We
drop
know
the
you
pretend.
know. We know you know.
Yeah.
Now we know that you know that this is a shooting and all this is VFX and you know there's a studio.
Correct.
You know everything now.
Yeah.
So let's not try to
Sell it like
sell it like अरे बच्चे हैं गाड़ी उड़ा देंगे या planes उड़वा देंगे. That is not anymore the cinema जो पहले था कि plane से कूद गया कोई.
Yeah. But I still like people they still love that sort of films, like, because अभी तो ये आ रहा है, what is that movie?
Singham 4.
Singham again. That is just showmanship where you're just
it's right. They like Ajay Devgan. Like Singham is like Ajay Devgan. It's like they like some character. I feel audience have always loved characters. No matter how much we say कि ये important नहीं है, but पहले दिलीप साहब की मैंने ज़्यादा फिल्में उस टाइम की नहीं देखी थी, but I'm sure that him, Raj Kapoor साहब, they were all like known for their acting. Devanand, they were all terrific actors. Balraj Sahani those days, and then came the Bachchan era, who like just completely made hero and anti-hero also.
Angry Young Man.
He's also an anti-hero.
Yeah.
The Rotha brother, the Rotha son. All of that started happening, and then the love came. Shah Rukh Khan, all of that. From there on, all these characters, if you see Bachchan, Vijay, Shah Rukh Khan, Raj, Salman Khan, Prem, Amir Khan, his characters, Rangila, this, that. It's always the characters which have worked. But we start thinking, ki nahi. If now we make the same actor do something else in another film and make him look the same way, the audience will accept it. But no, they are accepting Singham.
Right.
So वो जो जोश है लोगों का, वो इसलिए क्योंकि 2 फिल्में देख चुके हैं यार.
हाँ.
So now when Singham comes and says कि now I'm going to fight a different war, a bigger war, it is exactly the Avengers feeling which they are getting.
Right.
Also, it's an event.
It's an event.
It's more than a film. You've
Diwali
put all
पे क्या
those
करें?
people. You've put all those people, and it's coming on Diwali.
Yeah.
I've never seen these people, all these guys on the same
it's
screen.
actually kind of crazy.
Like, I would go and watch it out of curiosity कि क्या होने वाला है.
Yeah.
Then I'm not going and expecting some, like, I don't know. I've gone for that day. मेरे को वो दिन में मस्ती करना है, दोस्तों के साथ जाऊँगा, देखूँगा. I don't care how good or bad the film is.
Yeah. You'll just go and to see what is happening. कि क्या बनाया है देखते हैं.
Exactly.
And with Singham, it worked because Singham's story was always great.
Yeah, the first film was
So whether the
so
cars are
good.
flipping 10 times, 2 times,
doesn't
realistic,
matter.
doesn't matter. The story was good. It was a good story.
Yeah.
And if this time also the story is good, it will work.
Yeah. But do you think, like, if they just keep putting these characters in movies again and again, don't you think the audience is like one
Going
day
to
they'll
get
be
bored.
like,
Yeah, probably one day.
हो जाता है
वो
bro.
तो होगा ही.
वो तो
We are also worried about our franchisee like that, ना कि 3 तक कर लेंगे, 3-4 हो पाएगा क्या? Will we be so innocent and whatever young to pull off such innocent characters?
right?
So that will always be there. And how much can we really right now? Okay, one thing is working. You don't know 2 years later the same thing will work or not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's also like, but you never know. I think in the film business that's the best part.
You never know.
You never know. Nobody expected Gadar to be a super hit.
Yeah.
But it just came and just proved everybody wrong. Ki, you know nothing about cinema, fuckers. Audience will decide.
Yeah, audience decides.
Audience
right?
decides
Yeah.
what they want to go and watch. It's like
Yeah.
tamasha kaun sa dekhna hai, mela kaun sa dekhna hai. And if they like you, they don't care what it is.
You were talking about like the different generations and the shifts that happened.
Yeah.
So Salman, Shah Rukh, Amir, ever since that we are I think caught up, our generation.
Yeah.
But if we were to go before that, I don't like. I'm not asking for recommendations or anything. How do we go about that? Like if I want to consume cinema from that time, like
It's Bachchan.
just watch his films.
Just watch all his films.
But will I like it as?
Yes, you will. You will. If you like KGF or Pushpa, you will like a Bachchan film. Because it's basically a byproduct of that. Those characters are... But the characters survive for so long. That one guy who has promised his mother that I will give you the world. And that man is fighting the world for that one promise, and that's what you see in Bachchan movies. That kind of promise which he comes and fights for. And it doesn't matter whether it's a legal fight or illegal fight. Bachchan was created with that. I think the angry young man was basically the anger in the public that time, who were losing jobs.
It represented.
Yeah.
A reflection of society at the time.
He was a factory worker in most of his movies.
Yeah.
He's always that guy who's
Union.
from the labor class.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then gradually he became the rich guy in other movies in the late
rich old
80s
man.
and all that. Yeah. But otherwise, if you see even Agnipath, his iconic films and all of that, it's always the man who is fighting for the common man. And before that, and Sanjeev Kumar is one actor everybody should I think watch all his movies. He's a very funny guy. Angur and other films like, I forgot the names now, but Sanjeev Kumar has some really, really good movies. If you want to watch some like really good stuff, but intense stuff, maybe Balraj Sahani. That's one. Garam Hawa. It's beautiful. Like the kind of movie, you'll be like proud of the kind of cinema we are producing that time.
Right.
60s and 50s are all good. बहुत मुश्किल होता है. I know it's very difficult to sit through probably
That's what
a
I was
different
like
era
saying.
of technology and shooting and scene placement. It's different. But there are some movies which you can watch even now and it's timeless.
Right. I think a lot of good cinema.
I think Dilip
comes-
Kumar was more subtle than most of the subtle actors right now. If you see his perform, too good. और आप बोलोगे ये आदमी मतलब ब्रिज भाषा भी बोलता है तो लगता है कि ब्रिज भाषा बोल रहा है. And Vaijayanti Mala is also playing, the South Indian actress is also playing a, bridge character. So they were all like pure actors here. Proper पढ़े लिखे बहुत मेहनत करके फिर actor बनते थे. Not that you wake up one day and look at the mirror and say कि पापा आज से मैं actor बनूंगा. That was not the case.
साइन है ना वो टाइम पे पापा मतलब.
पापा खुद बना रहे थे अपने आप के लिए.
हाँ पापा भी बना रहे थे.
Yeah. A lot of good cinema comes from times where, like, if that is showing कि वो time पे क्या चल रहा था, it turns into good cinema. I saw this video recently. It's about Bhojpuri film industry, and now it's something that people make fun of, like Bhojpuri film. But it started off as this like crazy. मतलब, if you watch initial movies from Bhojpuri film industry, they're very good. Very good music and like
the music has always been top tier, bro. Bhojpuri music.
Yeah.
Like in an ironic way.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
You're saying it in an ironic way, of course.
तो कभी भोजपुरी गाने पे नाचा है क्या?
Ironically, yes. I've never heard it and be like, wow, this is like good music.
Lipstick?
Exactly.
I mean, there are some classics.
Those are undeniable.
But it's the same, na, Saat Samundar vibe.
हाँ.
Yeah.
Same ही तो है वो. I think
Yeah.
it's the same
It's a trashy
thing.
vibe.
But the extra auto-tune and like it's clearly made with like the duf, duf, duf,
Of course,
duf,
of
duf.
course.
Entertainment purpose.
But
But
they-
have you traveled these places?
no.
हाँ, तो वहाँ पे क्या है ना कि तू ऐसे if you go to these rural areas, you will actually have these minivans which are called band. Okay, band है वो.
Mm.
That is basically उन areas का DJ.
हाँ हाँ.
तो जो DJ हम लोग शहरों में we go to a club and all that, and that's
Yeah.
how we are enjoying the parties on the streets there. And these minivans, they have like different whatever bhopus and all that, and there's one guy who's just like pressing one button और उसमें से अलग-अलग ऐसे गाने बज रहे हैं with full beats.
Yeah.
And they're very loud, huh?
Yeah.
They're very loud. So that is why I think उनके culture में ही, you know, अभी वो beats चल रहे हैं. It's like Punjab में जब, you know, whatever Honey Singh and, you know, that kind of beat started coming in, then everything was rap. Then महाराष्ट्र में अपना वो क्या कहते हैं वंटा है और वो सब पूरा आया. You know, एक अलग-अलग जगह का भी अपना अलग-अलग सेटिंग है ना, तो उधर का वो सेटिंग है. उधर लोगों को मजा आता है तभी जब ऐसे बजेगा डिंग चिक डिंग चिक डिंग चिक. It's that.
Yeah.
And that's why every song will have that.
Yeah. It is fun.
No, there was a shift that happened. Like there was an industry that there was a lot of money also invested. People from all over India would go to make Bhojpuri films. I have forgotten the names, but like some very prominent producers had gone there. But बीच में कुछ तो shift हो गया. Now it's become like now it's just like sex comedies mainly. That's their main thing. But nothing that represents the culture essentially. So otherwise it wasn't meant to be like this.
Yeah.
That's what the point.
But probably it's only the men who are consuming it then.
Yeah.
You know, that might be
Yeah.
the main reason why it's happening.
And they have nothing else ना.
yeah.
मतलब अगर वो उनको वहाँ का मूवी देखना है तो it's like हम तुमको यही देंगे तो तुम यही देखो.
Probably
Good taste comes when you give them something and you're like, अरे fuck, this was crazy. I don't want to see this anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know whether they're watching OTT or not. देख ही
There
रहे
should
होंगे
be,
यार.
I think. There will
दूसरे
be.
OTTs होंगे like वाह.
क्या पता आंटी या नार्कोस वार्कोस देख रही हूँ.
वो टाइम भी आएगा.
Yeah, why not? Of course आएगा यार. Why
आएगा.
not?
Time तो लगेगा पर आएगा.
बहुत जल्दी आ जाएगा. I don't think it's going to take much time also.
But how have you seen a shift in your life before and after Stree?
Yeah. It's the attention on the streets. I think
Okay.
that's what changes. Like people know they're smiling at you. There's of course a familiarity. You also realize that you're not part of any other hit film. You're basically part of the biggest Hindi film. So that means the entire belt, the population has, you know, almost watched. बहुत ही कम लोग मिलेंगे ऐसे जिन्होंने नहीं देखी, and those who have not watched it are now going to watch it on OTT.
Yeah.
So you realize that you're part of something which is now a pop culture. So that realization starts sinking in when you walk on the streets, go to the airports,
Yeah.
and see how bouncers are behaving with you. That's I think the first. But वो तो खैर पहले भी था. Club bouncers and all that. But I'm just saying, like generally, I think it's there's a lot of admiration, you know, at the same time satisfaction from the audience, and they all were happy. And jitne bhi whichever class I've met, I think they all were happy that the film made them laugh, and they had a great time. I think that is what an actor or any creative personality is living for. They want that audience should understand the emotion or the mood behind, you know, what they have made. So वो achieve हो गया. So I think that's one thing. And of course now earlier there was always this uncertainty in your mind, in your head, whether you are worthy of something big, right? Or whether you can, whether will you be able to take some responsibility on a larger space. Things like this just makes you that confidence वही जो है ना दिल्ली वाला
वापस आ गया.
जो pictures वाला जो वाली बात है कि that was one phase where I had felt confident. Now I feel confident to take on more, you know, serious stuff or like, you know, whatever serious business stuff. Let's put it that way.
वही कि I delivered.
Yeah.
on this project.
Yeah.
Now, if someone is betting, it's essentially a bet, right? You're
Yeah.
betting your money on this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that person is more certain कि
Yeah. And you're also more certain कि आपको भी डर नहीं लग रहा है. पहले आपको भी शायद डर लग जाएगा, अरे bet ले रहा है.
हाँ.
ये bet मैं लूँ क्या?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then like नहीं लेते ना, लेके देखते ना क्या होता है.
Yeah.
It's that. But I'm just like, I think I'm not thought about it also. I'm just living now, I'm chilling.
Life is good now.
Life is good.
What are you up
It was
to now?
always good.
Like after
Now I'm only actually planning holidays. I'm just-
Holidays?
Yeah. I'm just like
Where's
trying
your
Solo
next?
trips.
No.
नहीं solo नहीं भाई solo
नहीं,
नहीं.
नहीं.
Where's your
I
next
think
holiday?
Very Diwali, I think Goa with family, everybody. We're all going to be in Goa, and then let's see November somewhere. Then December I'll start shooting again. वैसा है.
Is that what you do for fun? Just travel?
Travel a lot. Yeah.
Mumbai में वही है, honestly.
Yeah.
Like if you want to have fun, you have
Gotta
to
leave.
leave first.
Yeah. Very important. Very important.
From time to time.
Very
Because you'll never truly have, like, you'll never truly chill.
Yeah, you can do dinners and all of that, but
That's
कितना
it.
करोगे?
Do you do
It's like-
clubbing now? Like do you enjoy partying now?
I enjoy Delhi clubbing more.
Because it's on.
Delhi
like,
clubbing
all
goes
night.
on forever.
Yeah. I like that. It's also like really
Yeah.
big and nice, spacious. It's all nice. बॉम्बे में थोड़ा यार बहुत भीड़ होती है.
भीड़
It's very
और
very
जल्दी भी
tight,
बंद होता
very
है.
tight. Yeah, and
Yeah.
1-1:30 बजे बंद हो जाएगा and all that.
Yeah.
So you don't. What's the point of clubbing? That's why I was asking because I've heard Pune clubbing is very.
It used to be very
It
good.
used to be very.
until-
I've been there. I've been to that spaceship kind of a
Spaceship?
quick
Ah,
club.
Oh, yeah.
That,
They
That
had
was
that.
what is that? called?
Post 91, I think it was called.
No,
something
no.
like that.
It was
Area
something.
something.
Area 51.
Area 51
Area
or something.
91.
Area
Must have
something.
been, yeah.
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
That
yeah.
was
It's near pan card.
that was like just one thing that they made, and everyone's like, "Oh," but
Yeah.
I don't think anyone really goes to party
Yeah.
there.
No more. Okay. Those days people used to.
That was, yeah, back then it was
Yeah,
like,
Some
it's
time
quite-
के लिए
yeah,
चला था वो.
Exactly.
Partying also over here, it's just like now at your level, I'm assuming it's much like it's different because when you're out, then you're again running into people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then again, it's kind of work
yeah.
because you have to behave a certain way or like.
Yeah, but that's why I party in places where I can like just
Be yourself
be
and
myself or like blend in somehow. I
Yeah.
tried blending in big parties, but नहीं हुआ वो. तो मुझे realize हुआ कि चश्मा टोपी is not going to help. But I really love enjoying. I really enjoy the dance floor. I don't like those VIP areas.
yeah.
क्योंकि what happens then suddenly you realize कि अब क्या फायदा? Like
You're
entering a
just
club.
yeah, just
It's
standing
only
there.
you and then
Yeah.
like few people around you and you're not really partying.
सब तो मजे वहाँ कर रहे हैं.
मजे तो वहाँ हो रहे हैं, तुम
Yeah.
क्या कर रहे हो?
Yeah, you're just like
तुम तो बस
standing
बैठे
there.
देख रहे हो लोगों को. So
Yeah.
there's no fun
So-
there.
VIP में मजा आएगा अगर तुम 10-15 लोग के ग्रुप के साथ जाओ.
हाँ, but वो होता नहीं है ना.
भाई वो तो नहीं होता.
Yeah.
हाँ,
Yeah.
10-15 लोग. Last time I don't remember 10-15
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
of us like
Exactly.
went to
Yeah.
party together. Max 4-5.
Yeah.
And if you're like alone in a VIP section, that just and you're having fun, that means you love drinking. कि तेरे को दारू पीना था तुझे
Exactly. वो
क्लब
तो
नहीं
घर
आना
भी कर
था.
सकता
हाँ.
ना.
Yeah. You just
तू घर पे कर ले.
इतना
YouTube पे
पैसा
वीडियो
खर्च
लगा
करके
ले.
क्यों बैठा है?
YouTube पे वीडियो लगा लो कि वो लोग वहीं पे नाच रहे हैं, तो कर लो यार.
yeah. Essentially, you're doing
It
that.
doesn't really makes any sense. But Dubai I went to and Dubai I partied.
Yeah. What is
Dubai
that
मैंने
like?
party किया. It was nice. Went to 2-3
Dubai, they
places.
said it's too expensive. Like, it
Hey,
makes you
man.
feel
It's
poor.
मतलब वो
expensive.
एक बिल मतलब मैं ऐसा हो गया था कि ये तो कभी लाइफ में नहीं दिया मैंने. But thankfully I was not paying for it.
और एक drink मंगा.
It really happened like that. I had no clue how much everything is costing. But then I realized my other friend was telling me कि अरे ये गया इतना गया. मैंने बोला अच्छा ठीक है.
बट दुबई में जो लोग पार्टी करते हैं वो उनके लिए कंसर्न मतलब बिल का. इट्स नॉट लाइक हियर वेयर यू गो पार्टी ऑन अ बजट.
Yeah, मतलब वहाँ पे तो I think basic dinner bills 60 grand with drinks. So and if that is a basic one, which is probably here it's 10, right?
Yeah.
10 मतलब अच्छी जगह में 3-4 दोस्तों के साथ
Yeah.
10, right? वहाँ the basic is 50 or 60.
I took my nephew out. I had gone to Dubai. I took him out. I was like, a young nephew, you want to take him, show him a good time. Like, you've taken him to the mall. वो बच्चा भी खुश है कि I'm going with my cousin. ये वो. Then I was like, bro, for kids also to have fun here, it's fucking expensive.
It's expensive.
Like, I must have spent 15-20 on that one outing, which is which is less. वहाँ पे तो on a
No,
budget.
I know.
Yeah, it
It's
is
nothing.
different
It's what? It's
compared
like
to that.
1,000 dirhams or something like that.
Yeah.
इतना ही है.
Yeah.
1,000 रुपए खर्च किए हैं, पर वहाँ के 1,000 रुपए मतलब 20,000 खर्च हो गया, पता नहीं चला.
Yeah.
It's crazy है.
Yeah.
मुझे तब किसी ने पूछा भी था इंटरव्यू में वहाँ पे किसी शेख ने कि why didn't you ever come to Dubai? मैंने बोला because I could never afford it. You know क्या करता मैं आके यहाँ पे?
Yeah, it's not a place you go on a budget.
हाँ, exactly.
You
तुम
go
थोड़ी
there
यहाँ
to
पे-
ball out.
Exactly.
मैंने
हाँ,
कमाया है, मुझे अभी खर्च करना है. This is a good
खर्च
place.
करना है, मुझे देखना है. मतलब I mean I was not very big fan of the city. Immediately तो मुझे बड़ा interesting नहीं लगा. अभी देखता हूँ बाद में कभी जाऊँगा तो समझ में आएगा. But ऐसा कुछ बहुत crazy नहीं चल रहा था कुछ. Delhi Pro Max. Yeah. दिल्ली में बहुत पैसा उड़ाते हैं भाई लोग, ऐसा नहीं है.
दिल्ली में बहुत ज्यादा उड़ाते
वो शैंपेन वैम्पेन ऐसे खरीद के डाल देते हैं.
हैं. That's there's a war also.
पीते नहीं है.
पता है?
हाँ.
There's like this champagne contest
Yeah.
where you buy like champagne bottles. Whoever pays the most money, like, and they are like just spraying it on the floor.
Only the club owners are happy with all this.
Exactly, bro. Like लाख को टेबल जाता है वो.
Okay.
And then you buy bottles on top of that.
Sounds
Quite
like
stupid,
a.
bro.
I have to leave. Okay. Yeah.
Is it a,
He remembered something.
Not subtle at all.
Yeah.
is it an emergency or something?
Yeah, it's an airport drop situation.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this was fun.
So much fun. Thank
I
you so
think
much.
that's the best
That's
ending.
the best
Yeah.
part. We'll just randomly cut
I have
into
to
this.
go. Bye bye.
But for real, I
Yeah,
had
thank
a
you
good
so
time,
much.
man.
It was good fun actually.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
good fun.
मजा
तो
आया.
क्या 2.5 घंटे बैठ के बात कर रहे थे हम लोग.
How long have
कितना
we?
बैठे हम?
Crazy.
Yeah, समझा भी नहीं.
हाँ, I know.
Yeah.
I thought 1.5 घंटा हुआ होगा.
ठीक है, no, but
Man. So
thank you for doing
Thank
that.
you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, man. It was very good.
Photos.
मजा आया.
We'll take a couple of pictures. And
हाँ.